like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
It's like the morning time. Don't wanna wake up, I just wanna stay in bed.
I needed to go through those schools of thought to get to the understanding of what I got now. So, like everybody's saying, you feel me? It's definitely, it all depends on what journey a person on. For me personally, it ain't about, like trying to push it on nobody else or my understanding. Everybody speak their knowledge, and whoever resonate with it, they already knew what you were saying. You just kind of reminded them. So it's like whoever resonates, it's many different perspectives, and whichever one, fits. Everybody ain't gonna be the same. It's really only a selective few of us, you feel me, that's gonna, it's gonna be really tapped in. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit going on out here. I ain't gonna cap in that motherfucking Telegram group chat, G. This nigga, you feel me, locked up and shit, right? And you feel me, he making Salat, talking all this spiritual shit. So I asked the niggas, like, what powers do you have? Matter of fact, you feel me? Let's go demonstration for demonstration. I'll show you something, you show me something. Cause he was trying to get big headed with, you feel me, what you teaching. I told him, like, gee, what I teach is sacred. You feel me? I've given many people their abilities. Both of my goddesses spiritually activated. They got divine capabilities. People that's not even in my tribe that book consultations, they learn what it do. So he couldn't show me shit. So when I told him, you feel me, about telekinesis, you feel me, I was gonna even get him a demonstration to show them, like, y'all over here teaching the knowledge, nigga. This shit real. We ain't just sitting on the internet talking about this shit. I will show you something right now. And when I brought it up, they started laughing. The first thing Nature Boy said, oh man, he can do telekinesis. Well, telekinesis go to the bank and bail me out and ha ha ha. I'm like, yeah, okay, say less. See, people like that, you feel me, they'll never be able to get experience the glory of, energy manipulation. So it's all about how it all got to do with how, how well you can manipulate the energy within. A lot of people ain't even worthy because they automatically go to money. Like, go ahead, bro.
Okay. I think when it comes down to it, man, is like there are a lot of, real people that's actually out there doing, their spiritual work, and then there's some phonies out there. Now, the thing is, what separates the whole thing is people are going to go and do their own research. And, when a guy like yourself that is coming on, multiple platforms and stuff and doing, I never heard any type of bad, views, just the way you come on and do your thing. So, I think people would do their research before, spending their hard earned money, getting a,
Yeah.
getting a lecture or whatever. So yeah, man, like I said, I just wanted to point that out. I think
when I go live, when I go live, G, I drop gems on. It's plenty of people that learn telekinesis from me that never booked a consultation, and they show me their videos and they be like, "Yo, that technique in that last live, that shit working. Check this out." And I be like, "Damn." So like how on YouTube, that lecture up there's a powerful lecture. You feel me? Powerful, dope, deep gems on activating your divine capabilities, like real spiritual gifts that we have. And it's like, that's free. You feel me? So I teach a lot of, man, it ain't about, you feel me, really money. Is just about, if you want one-on-one time, that requires time, Joe. And I gotta be doing something, I could be doing something else. So to get that one-on-one time, you can learn, you can wait till I go live. If you ain't got the consultation free, just wait till I go live and ask your questions. But if you want one-on-one time, private time, you got a book. That's for everybody. But but like of course for people that support back, like you feel you my boy. If you ever wanted a consultation, bro, I have no problem with putting you up on game and showing you how this shit work.
And I wouldn't
But
have no issue with wanting
it's
to give
deep.
you a donation for that time. I like I said, I support people for their time and whatever they're doing,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, so that's not even a matter,
Hey, so
but
you Flu was in that group chat. Flu was in there when I asked him his what abilities do he have. He got the laughing and trying to make a joke out of telekinesis. I'm like,
You know,
yeah, see, they
you
over
know,
here joking. They still think life
you
is a
know,
game.
you know why? Do you have any idea why they were
Why is
joking?
that?
I'm asking, do you have any idea why they were joking?
Yeah, because I think because they think life is a game. And they think this not. I think they're going so far down a rabbit hole with the knowledge, and I see people on the spiritual journey do this all the time. That it's like they still in a like a novice stage of the spiritual journey. Meaning, like I was
Mm,
trying to tap into meditation, see what type of spiritual practices they do. They don't do nothing. No
because
meditation. They pray.
they
That's
they
what they do. Pray.
they made a joke out of it because they crossed over. Once you cross over, your God-given abilities are taken away from you. Once you've crossed
Mm.
over and served your
What you
purpose,
mean by crossover? Can you break that down? What you mean by crossover? Crossover? Can you break that down?
give me 1 second. I'm getting the baby. Hold on.
Okay.
I ain't even finna hold y'all. Why was I recording and forgot to turn the comments on? Y'all know I be here for the comments, especially the ones on Bigo. But don't worry, y'all. I remember later on in the video and I turn them on. But I want to know what she mean by crossover too. What is Velvet trying to say? Did they cross over into like a demonic entity? Did they sell their soul to the devil? Is that what she's trying to say?
Second, I'm getting the baby. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So let's hypothetically, let's not use them as an example. Let's just hypothetically use a person. Right? We got a person. We got a person who started studying information about occult life, how reality is, spiritual wisdom, know thyself. You understand? When you open up those doors, you start to know who you are because you're uncovering at that point. You're uncovering wisdom and you're applying it to yourself first before you actually get out in the world and start applying that wisdom to the world or to life itself. You gonna internalize that shit before you externally exercise it. They internalized it, and at that point, you have a choice. Each and every one of us have a choice to either use that power for good or for bad, evil or for divine or for divinity. At one point, it was being used for divinity. But when you have a certain when a person has a certain insecurity or like a hole within their personality or whatever type of characteristics traits they may have that debilitates them from keeping it divine, some people choose to cross over into darkness. Like they allow the darkness to consume them when the purpose of life is to integrate light and darkness. That is what we're here for, to integrate light and darkness, not to become fully embodied with darkness and not to fully become embodied with light. Because when you fully become embodied with darkness, you experience realities that nature boy is in. When you fully embody lightness, you might as well plan your funeral type shit. Because this existence is dual, is light and dark. And as a human, The power that we have is to integrate light and darkness and become, quote unquote, a god or a goddess. Once you cross over into the darkness, your God given gifts are taken away from you. Children of the darkness do not have power because the darkness has power over them. Anything that they touch, anything that they say, anything that they think is going to disintegrate into fucking ash. Literally. A person that's completely embodied in complete light is going to be one with everything that is. Whether you call it God or whatever the fuck that is, right? You're going to be a void. But when you're a human and you integrate, you truly integrate your light and your darkness, you become a God on earth. That's when you really get to exercise your God given gifts. These motherfuckers done crossed over. There is no return. There is no crossing back over. They've already been consumed.
So basically, so that's just like, you feel me, Muslims when they, and I teach, you feel me, a Muslim, don't have a soul. You feel me? And the reason for that, because the word Muslim means wants to submit their soul to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you submit
Is
your
it
soul to the
soul
will of
or
Allah
life?
subhanahu wa ta'ala,
Is it
when you submit
soul or life? Submit
soul,
their
you
life,
have to
right?
submit your soul. From my understanding, it was soul. You feel, that's the way the master teacher taught us. You feel me? To submit your soul to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. That's when you take your shahada, you give your soul to Allah, and you become a Muslim. That's what Muslim mean. So
I thought your
when
soul was
Muslims fully, right. So real quick, and that's deep. We can dive deep into that. But like when a Muslim submit their soul to Allah, it's very hard that's the crossing over. It's very hard for them to come back. Ain't no coming back 9 times out of 10, because that's deep level sorcery. Like motherfuckers that still over there with, you feel me, with that carbonation shit, ain't no coming back. I don't see it. They getting older and more stuck in their ways. You feel me? And it's getting worse and worse. So you feel me? They moving further and further away from, the starting line as they go. So crossing over is like when you give your soul to a motherfucker, right? Just like a Muslim give his soul to Allah. But like, however, last point, I just want to say this real quick. When we're dealing with magic, all of us are magical beings, meaning we all have divine capabilities. The word divine means of God, and what we do is the capabilities that gods and goddesses have. So all of us have spiritual capabilities, but most of us don't have the time to develop them. These things take practice. You got people in the Far East, you feel me, living in the fucking mountains, not even dealing with the cities. You feel me? They tapped into this shit. We look at monks and Buddhists and Tibetan monks, and we be like, damn, because we can do the same shit, but however, we must sacrifice the time that's required. But all of us are magical beings. But however, under no circumstances are we allowed to use our magic for evil, because that's what dark magic is. Magic used for evil, and dark magic allocates sorcery. So we not sorcerers.
that's what
We not
that's what
warlocks
they
and none of that shit. We divine
that's
beings.
that's what carbonation has done. And that's why they live in a reality that they live in. And they want my soul very bad.
Hey,
But guess can't have it. I'm the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I
Most
believe the
definitely.
selling of the soul
it's
comes with
deep, man. Once you start
acts.
using your magic,
Isn't just you voicing something. I believe is you actually doing something, committing acts like homosexuality. Those actually push you into the darkness. Those things are the selling of the soul. Um,
Amen.
yeah,
when you speak,
humiliation too,
yeah,
bro. Definitely.
well, yeah. All of that is along the same lines. But I believe once you
When a
cross
Muslim
over
is making
into the,
salat, when a Muslim
Mhm.
when a Muslim making salat, a Muslim is, This is a form of, humiliation. To be humble means, to have humility, and being humble and humiliate. These are all correlated. When a Muslim taking a shahada, they bowing down. That's called prostrating. You must prostrate before God, and it really go back to some weird shit. When you prostrate, this is the easiest way to the prostate. So it get deep. You feel me, on some Diddy shit. But however, Joe, it's a form of submission, humiliation. You feel me? Like you submit every day, 5 times a day. When we talking about give your mind away, when you give your mind, what is your soul? Your soul is your mind. Anywhere your mind goes, your soul goes. Anywhere your soul is, your mind is. When you have a dream, dreams occur when the mind disconnects from the body, and that is the soul. When the soul disconnects from the body, so your mind is your soul. And a true Muslim has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on their mind 24/7. Everything they do is Allah, in the name of Allah.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but this entire conversation is just like, huh? Why does it matter what people's belief systems are? If you're more spiritually guided, good for you. Someone else may want to be a Muslim. Someone else may want to be a Baptist. Someone else may want to be a Jehovah's Witness. Like, why does it matter? Everybody is going to have their own individual spiritual belief. I don't get the point in sitting up critiquing.
Their mind 24/7. Everything they do is Allah, in the name of Allah. You feel me? Every second of the day, every decision they make is in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to give a person your mind, this is how you give a person your soul. And it's very dangerous when we do these things. Like, it's very dangerous. This sorcery, top level sorcery. Religion, that is. Religion is top level sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like man
Y'all want to
is
hear a
supposed to be
story?
as free as a bird.
Y'all want to hear a story?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
One
goddess.
day, we was in Georgia, Austell, Georgia, and he had us in this Airbnb. I came back to him because, he was like, we gonna be polygamous for our daughter. We gonna raise our family because I felt like he just
Monogamous,
wasn't
you mean?
doing.
You mean
Yeah, we gonna
monogamous?
be. Yeah, we gonna be monogamous for our daughter or whatever. Because I just really was against it. I just felt like he was doing it wrong. So we get into this house, and I come back. We get into this house, and all of a sudden, all the women is coming around, and he like, yeah, they gonna be my wives again. Da da da. I'm fucking heated. But at this point, I done learned my lesson from being physically abused. So I'm like, look, let me just contain my emotions and move accordingly. So while he doing his thing and all of that, he thinking it's fun and games and da da da. I'm packing my shit, right? I'm not doing it in front of his face though. I'm like strategically doing this, right? For whatever reason, the spirit can feel me separating myself. So every time that happens, he'll call a meeting and call everybody around me. Just like every day, every other day type shit. So we in this meeting for like 2 going on 3 hours of him trying to get me to submit to him, which it never happens. It never happens. So moving forward, he has to pull me. He actually pulled me from the group and put me alone. And he said to the other people, he stepped out from where I was. I was in the room by myself. And he went and told them something. I don't know what the fuck he told them, but all them people, it was like you could hear a pin drop in the house. Like you could literally, like it was that quiet for like almost an hour. So he come back in the room or whatever. And this demonic spirit is using sexuality like a Jezebel, to get me to submit. Bro, when I tell you this nigga was standing, I was on like we in a room, right? They got a queen size bed in the middle of the floor. I'm standing far, far to the to the left side of the room, and the door is far to the right side of the room. So we diagonal from each other in this room, far away from each other, like more than 6 feet apart. This nigga is walking up to me from the door, and he gets to the edge of the bed and completely shapeshifts into a fucking. He went from human to a fucking. It looked like a snail, a slug, a snake, or whatever the fuck, something that slithered. When I tell you, he got and put himself on the bed and started slithering, bro. Real life slithering, bro. His skin went from that dark chocolate, that dark color, to black, like this box on the screen that I'm sitting in. Real shit. Slithering on the bed. And I'm standing in the corner like, whoa, what the fuck am I looking at right now? Mind you, months before this, I had a vision of a snake. After I gave birth to Eliana, I thought I was hallucinating because I thought I had saw a snake in the house, but nothing was there. And I was trying to tell him that the snake was there, and he was like, "Girl, you tripping?" Da 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 da. But that was actually prophetic up until the point of me actually seeing this nigga turn into that shit. And at that point,
Yeah,
I knew he had. At that point, I knew he had crossed over because that's some demonic shit, bro. Shape shifting like
yeah,
that in front of me in real lifetime. I don't think nobody will ever believe that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
yeah.
cap.
If
I believe it.
if I didn't
Hey,
experience it
I
myself,
think, hey,
it would
I
have been
don't
hard to believe. But I actually seen people actually do this, and this
Joe.
is a story I really don't even talk
Bro.
about. This was the day after I took my shahada. I took my shahada May 1st, 2009. Right, I became a Muslim. And the very next day I went out in public, I began to see people shapeshift. I began to see energy move from one person to the next. You seen the movie Time is on my side. You seen how the demon was jumping from one person to the next to the next to the next, like
Yeah,
chasing you?
I know what you're talking about.
Falling, right? So that was actually happening to me in real life. Now, it scared the shit. I'm not really a scary person. This scared me so bad that I went in the house. I didn't come out for 24 hours. I was, I was praying that this would just go away. I don't want this. I don't want to be able to see this anymore. I don't know what this is about. Was it a mistake? What, me becoming a Muslim a mistake? Should I not have done that? Let me go back to what was. I just wanted to reverse this time. I didn't want to experience this at all. It was the scariest thing in the world. It went into the police officer. The police officer just turned and looked at me out of nowhere, and his face just changed. I ran all the way home. So yes, this is true. You can actually see people shapeshift. Different people with spiritual gifts. Even you don't even have to have the gift of,
I definitely
spiritual
can
gifts.
see it.
Sometimes you could just be given vision to see it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, I had made a post about that nigga Nature Boy a long time ago. It was probably like, I think like a year ago. It's on my Instagram. And it's just explaining, you feel me? Because this one I was learning about Solomon's magic, you feel me? Diving into, the Lemegeton, the 72 lesser keys of Solomon. For better understanding of magic from a cult or sorcerer's perspective. We need to learn, like, we need to have knowledge of good and evil. People just get into the spiritual shit and they fuck with the positive shit, and they don't know that it's magic on them because they're not, they not privy to, any dark practices. But you got Solomon bound two demons, Joe, and the 68th demon he bound is Elagos. Elagos is the demon
Mm.
of deception, the demon of lie, the demon of
Hey
homosexuality.
guys, Greatness is a Habit is now available on Amazon.com. This book, authored by Aaron Dixon, aka True, has been available for quite some time on Apple Books. But now, for your shopping convenience, you can pick your copy up today on Amazon.com.
Is the demon
Mm.
of deception, the demon of lie, the demon of homosexuality. Many different characteristic traits, and ironic, Elagos and Allegio. You feel me? That's the same name. It's still on my Instagram. You feel me? And it's breaking it down like, yo, I don't know if he was tapped into like Solomon's magic and he was summoning like, because people summon these 72 demons. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people that summon these demons. Was he tapped in? Did he
Mm-hmm.
have knowledge of that? Was he doing like, because I don't know, but it's like, yo, Elagos, Eligio. And I was looking at the characteristics of Elagos and the recipe to summon this motherfucking demon. Like, Elagos, you need a complex structure. He has a complex structure. And I think Sagittarius represent Elagos as well. But
Right.
not to get too deep into demonology, when we dealing with sorcery, like what was you like, did he make it aware that like, yo, he was tapped into this type of knowledge, or
I don't think he would have
because that
shared that.
shit, I'm like, yo, he gotta
Fuck
I
be
don't think he.
no.
that nigga be
Yeah, I
Fuck
don't think he
no.
would have shared.
I think
Yeah.
that he did
Sola
share it.
told
I
me
think
at the
that he
end
did.
he
I
was
think
he
that
was
he did. I think that he did share it with Solar because of what I experienced with him. But I don't think he
yeah,
shared that with anybody else. And that nigga Solar, bro.
right. Cause Sola
Oh
told
my god. Oh my god. Why y'all think he got 100? Why y'all think he ate? Why do y'all think he really went to jail? And that shit wasn't for no weed.
Mm.
It has something to do with
oh
the
yeah,
report.
yeah,
I got you.
That nigga, why Magnolia?
yeah, crazy.
But wait a
Man,
minute. So
that
what
shit
about
deep.
Musa? Did Musa was with them though?
Said
Is it the same thing?
Musa close to Solar. Birds of the same feather flock together.
Okay. So it was this. Okay. Well,
Yeah, they
That
let
boy said,
Hadou
"Well,
go. They let Hadou go, G.
mm,
you said they let him go.
Go ahead, babe.
You said they let
Yeah,
him go."
they let Hadou now Hadou, that chick
The female that
Musa
was with
girl.
Musa.
Yeah, they let her go. Yeah, they let her go. She was just on my live with Gaggett, with Immortal Gaggett, Joe. They was just on my live on Instagram
That
talking about
nigga
that
weird.
shit.
That nigga is weird to me.
Who
In
Gaggett?
real life, that nigga is weird to me.
Brett, hey, that boy,
Bro.
hey,
He be saying bruh.
hey, we just be building, man. It's a lot
Oh,
of
you just
crazy
did that.
shit, man.
You just did that, or he be doing that?
Nah.
Nah, that's what he be saying. That's what he be saying. He be like, yo, my nigga, why not? Brett, talk black to me. You feel me,
Oh,
Joe?
oh, all right.
But
I
Nah,
didn't
I'm
really
not
I ain't
gonna
listen to
never
the
lie.
met
whole
none
My
of
one.
first
these niggas in
experience,
person. You feel me?
I'm
I was
not
in
gonna
Puerto
lie.
Rico.
Hmm.
let's hear.
You was in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I ain't never met none of these niggas. You know, I was in Puerto Rico with Crown Melanin. I was with a whole nother tribe.
Bro,
And when
no,
I
bro,
got out
no.
there, you feel me? Nature Boy tried to dump. Hey, look, no, it ain't shit. But Nature Boy tried to get me to let Jax come to the tribe, and I ain't even know who the fuck Jax was. I'm sitting on the side of the house with my eye smoking a blunt. You feel me, Joe? This nigga called me. He like, yo, Chief, it's me, Immortal Jax. I'm out here, bro. I'm on the island. Hey, I could slide through. I'm like, who? How you get my number? Like Nature Boy gave me your numbers, so I call you back. I call Nature Boy. I'm like, Joe, who is Jax? Like he like. He like, oh yeah, he on the frequency. Yeah, that's Immortal Jax. He on the frequency. Let him over there. I'm like, bro, hell no, I don't know, dude. Why you tell him to come all the way out here and you
Good
playing
job.
games? Let him over there. I don't know, dude. These show people. So you feel me, Joe? Immortal Jax went over there. He end up Nature Boy ended up letting him come over there. He gave that nigga $30,000. I'm like, damn, I should have let him in our trap. but when I
He
had
gave
left, you
another.
feel me, like
Look how weird that
you
is
feel
though.
me, hey,
How you give a nigga 30K, but you don't even look out for the
man,
mothers of your children, bro. That's weird. You can't tell me he not fucking them. You cannot tell me
man,
he is not digging
man.
them down in some kind of way. Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it.
When I
He
had
gave
left, you
another.
feel me, like
Look how weird that
you
is
feel
though.
me, hey,
How you give a nigga 30K, but you don't even look out for the
man,
mothers of your children, bro. That's weird. You can't tell me he not fucking them. You cannot tell me he is not dicking them down in some kind of way. You can't tell me. Ain't no way. I ain't. They
Man,
probably
I ain't
getting
gonna
dick
cap,
down
bro.
more than me. This nigga
But
got
I ain't met
30K
none of
out
these
of them.
niggas in life.
No,
Man,
why
gee, this
not?
shit
Yo, you
crazy.
remember? Yo,
But
why
when
not? You
when I was
remember?
in Puerto Rico though, I was racked up already. Like I had bands, so I wasn't really thirsty for no money. Cause when I came out there, Crown Melon was straight. But I felt like, you feel me, that journey in Puerto Rico with that trap, Crown Melon, it's like I, I want to take that experience back, but it was definitely with the wrong people. Like the next time I make a move like that, I'm making sure I get up with y'all in the flesh while we here before we go all the way. Cause it's like, man, when I got out there, I'm like, but it was all love. No
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Yo, why not?
It was all love, Joe. Everybody was on their journey, man.
Yo, why not? You remember what Nature said
But
that
yeah,
that day in the in that chat? What did he say? He mentioned um about Jax, like I say that he would give his life for him.
That nigga was talking about his bussy. But
I
look,
think he would. I think them
but
niggas
look,
would catch a body for that.
when I met Gagu, right? I met Gagu like about 3 times. The first time I met Gagu, we traveled to New York. I was deep in a relationship. This that side netta video that me, Nature Boy, and Gagu is on. That was the first time I ever met him. He was cool. Like he seemed like he had a head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He never let Nature Boy son him or nothing like that. But he was cool. Like he seemed normal. You know what I'm saying? But then when I met him that second time, and I went to Georgia. I met him in Georgia, and he was fucking with Solar. That nigga had other niggas around him like Nature Boy type shit. These is all young niggas. He got these niggas moving weight for him, doing all kind of other shit, right? And when Solar was living with him, that nigga he seemed like he had blew a fuse or something. Like I don't know what was going on here, but that nigga started getting online naked. I ain't never knew Gagu to get online naked. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga show his dick and everything,
I
like
seen
on
that
some
shit
real
too.
crazy
I
Yo,
seen
shit.
that
your
shit
nigga
too.
had the book in front of
Damn,
that's
like,
it, right? That's what you talking about? He had the book in front of his shit?
Yeah.
yeah, I remember
But
that
he
shit.
actually showed his dick. Like he actually showed it.
Oh
So
no.
Damn.
that's how I
I
knew
wasn't
that's
there
how
for
I
that.
knew like those people though have very demonic sexual entities attached to them. Like they in real life do. So I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but that shit is crazy to me.
Man,
Like I
G, that's a whole. Hey, yeah, a lot of shit do be weird. I'll definitely be peeping shit on photo, but like it be deep. Like them, no, like I honestly think they ass, you feel me, would sacrifice their life for him. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, I think they would though.
they already
You know,
have. They already have.
I done heard some shit about Gaggy, but I be building with Gaggy. You feel me? And it's like, bro, he don't be showing me that none of that. He know I don't know shit. I don't want to, go off no rumors or whatever. But I ain't got nothing to do with none of these other niggas. Why not try? We are a separate entity. We independent. We ain't teaching nothing that
Let
these
that
other
shit be
motherfuckers
known. Why
teaching.
not?
You
Let
feel
that
me?
shit be
Like
known,
that ain't
Chief.
the real.
Yo,
For real,
V,
G. I be building because
if
I
I
like
can ask,
intellectual dialogues.
yo, V, if I can ask you, what is your personal opinion and your thoughts on Loyal? I'm pretty sure you've heard about that situation.
Loyal used to get on my motherfucking nerves. I didn't want to be around none of them. I didn't want to be around none of them. I was held hostage and I had to stay so that I can keep my baby and get her documents because we was in a foreign country, bro. I was not leaving my baby. Fuck that. That nigga used to get on my motherfucking nerves. That's my personal opinion. When I was around him, when I met him, that nigga was annoying as fuck. And he gave me lice. He gave me lice. And when I was trying
Mm.
to leave, that nigga was grabbing me and pulling me back in the gate, and I was fighting that nigga straight fat. I was punching that nigga. Don't fucking touch me, bitch. Don't touch me. Like he was on some real like juju type shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
his passing, I really don't have personal feelings about that because I wasn't there for that. I don't know what happened. I just know that he passed away. He got burned and shit like that, you know. But I
Right.
hate that that happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it could have went another way, but when a
Well,
person
a
when a
lot of people
person
were saying,
relinquish
go ahead.
when a person relinquish their soul to another entity, it's free game. You see what I'm saying? So you digging
Facts.
your everybody digging their own hole. You see? And a lot of people felt
Right.
like I was insensitive for that. But at the end of the day, if this nigga Nature Boy died today or tomorrow, what the fuck? You think I'm gonna have personal feelings about that? Absolutely not. That nigga did it to himself, quite literally. And at the rate
Mm.
Right.
Lawyer was going, as aggravating as that nigga was as a soul, he was doing the
Hmm.
same shit to himself. Like he literally did that shit. I believe. Now he was younger and he was influenced a lot by shit around him. But I think that the
Hmm.
influence came from him being insecure because all of them young niggas that Nature Boy had around him was all insecure in some area and they wanted to validate themselves to Nature Boy. So they would do whatever. If they had to go sell a piece of dick, they would. Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Nature Boy had around him was all insecure in some area and they wanted to validate themselves to Nature Boy. So they would do whatever. If they had to go sell a piece of dick, they would. So
Right.
I
Because
just
I
feel
heard
like
that story
essentially he
about
got
the,
caught up.
yeah, I
I,
heard that
I just,
story about the hard drives. Like I say, he had all the hard drives and shit. And
but look,
I
it's
go ahead.
it's bigger. It's bigger because everything that happened with that situation was some foul shit. So God is gonna put a stop to all of that shit. God, supreme source, fucking universe, whatever you want to call it, is gonna put a stop to it. It's only gonna last but so long. That's why you know what I'm saying. Like I'm far removed from it at this point, but God is gonna get it to stop eventually. Like all them little chess pieces that's being moved around on the board is gonna be non-existent in a minute. You know, he said
Hey,
God
I'll
saves the
say,
best for last. God saves the best for last. He gonna make a big ass example out of Nature Boy. Mark my words. Currently
hey,
is.
I hope that's true.
Ain't gonna cap
You
like
hope. You
that
hope. Nigga,
that
watch it come
motherfucker.
true.
I ain't gonna,
You watching
I
it
ain't
come
gonna
true.
cap,
What you
Joe.
mean you
That
hope? You
motherfucker
watching it.
and
Nah, man, when I seen that goddamn fucking
G, he in that
cell and
motherfucker,
shit,
and he like that nigga
yeah.
suffering. That nigga
I mean,
suffering
he's plotting too, man. Like
on the
I'm
real. Like
like,
he
damn,
going
he trying
crazy.
to do a goddamn coding in the jail, man. Like, damn. And he said he was getting an iPhone the next day. I'm like, man,
Y'all know why?
we got
Do
to,
y'all know why he married me?
to so he could be able to stay in the states or something, or being able to have some. I thought it had something to do with like going to different destinations. The marriage.
Fuck no.
You
I thought it was
go ahead.
for her not to testify against him. But what? Go ahead.
That's a
Go
part of
ahead.
it. He even but not so she couldn't not even if I even
Oh,
if actually being his wife actually was even better for me when I testify him in court because I'm his wife, bitch. If your wife say you fucked up to the court, what the fuck you think going, you know what I'm saying? So but anyway,
mm.
he married me because he wanted to take my spiritual gifts, my God given gifts that I have. He wanted to take those, harness them, and use it for his whatever the fuck he wanted to do. That marriage was not consensual, by no means necessary.
Mm.
And so that nigga really be just making moves to capture people's soul or whatever the fuck he think
Mm-hmm.
he doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, type
Mm-hmm.
shit. Like he really
It's deep because like,
trying
you
to
know, shit
Trying to
like,
harness energy.
yeah.
Right.
no.
That nigga
That's
had to
why,
go
Now,
to Wicca.
I was going, hey,
go ahead. Why
demonstration for
not?
demonstration. He got the, oh no, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. But
No, when I
I feel
came
a
down
motherfucker
to
trying
it,
to harvest the motherfucker power because, you know, they powerless.
Yep.
right. When it came down to it, was he also trying to keep the paperwork of as far as like your what is it, the birth certificate? That's what I was gonna ask you.
Bro, he had everything, bro. I couldn't leave at all. I was held hostage. Every time I went back, it was because he said we're gonna be monogamous for the sake of keeping our family together and healing these quote unquote generational curses, and we're gonna work through this together. What the third time is a charm. Once you try to play me on the third time, that's on me. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, he took everything from me, bro. I didn't have shit when I left. Like literally, the only things that I had when I left was my passport. I didn't have no money. I didn't. God orchestrated all that for me. Every time I escaped and ran away, type shit, I ain't have no money. I barely had food. I barely had clothes. God provided for me along the way. Like I have a real life testimony. The last time I left him and I left that shit all the way completely alone in 2020. Boy, I ain't have nothing with a child. I ain't have nothing. Like I'm really getting it out the mud. Like people think that I just be getting paid on social media type shit. No, like I'm really getting it out the mud. Like I'm really pulling my own weight up out of the darkness type shit. But with the strength of what is encompassing what we call life and God and all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just live my life a certain way, so I'm gonna prosper. But yo, bro, I ain't have nothing. I ain't have nothing, and I'm still not getting nothing out of it from him.
Right. I got you. Yo, why not? Did you have another question?
Oh shit. Not at the moment, shit.
Yo,
I'm
why
just,
not?
shit. Just
I
glad,
got a
to be
question.
able to clear some
Yeah,
shit up because it's like I seen the way he put out the blogs, and it's just painting narratives and making like trying to make it
It's
something that it's
definitely
what up,
not. I'm
Madam
like,
Moja?
yo, this shit
it's definitely painted a picture
ain't
because
this.
when my mama sent me the shit and the other people sent me the shit, I was like, yo, this not making sense to me. Cause I can't hear nothing that they saying. If he said some shit, they would have recorded it. So that's how I knew they was bullshitting. Cause y'all on some fake shit. Cause if he really was saying some shit, y'all would have recorded that. Y'all would have had that receipt. Cause y'all the receipt queens and kings, right? Y'all would have had that. So that's how I knew something was up. And I'm just
Now, I'm just going to leave this here again so that everybody is made aware. This is a message from someone in the inner circle. They indicate that Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief Life in Prison, plus 10 years without the possibility of parole, has interest in targeting not just Velvet and Janae, but their family members, as well as anyone else they feel is responsible for Nature Boy spending the rest of his life in Macon State Prison. And for those of you who do not know, the cult is still very active. They have indeed began recruiting online, and Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief Life in Prison, plus 10 years without the possibility of parole, is still their fearless leader.
queens and kings, right? Y'all would have had that. So that's how I knew something was up. And I'm just like, they really got people out there, dude, who are like still like figuring shit out
And
and
that's
figuring it
the
out.
one of the That's one of the biggest things that I failed on. I was like, man,
Yeah.
damn, I wanted to try to get that shit recorded, but I was out and about moving, dealing with my
Yeah,
family members and stuff. I was gonna get that
Flu was
recording.
Flu was all the way in my lives on Instagram. Flu was in my life since the Instagram. When I was live on Instagram, he come through, the Nature Boy come through, trying to get me to come on Telegram to debate. Whole time, I guess he just wanted some company or some shit. I don't know shit. That nigga was tripping. That
That
nigga
nigga
was
need
all over
that
the
nigga
place,
need help.
emotionally
Misery.
unstable.
He should have never.
Man, that shit deep, man.
He should have never crossed me, bro. If he wouldn't have never crossed me, he would have been better off. He would have still had his wives. He would have been out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have just had me, but he would. He could have lived with that. But obviously not. This nigga crashed the fuck out. So this nigga had to get sit out the way. Sit the way. Don't come for me. I didn't do you
I was telling
nothing.
I was telling people this before.
Yeah.
There's certain souls, certain vessels that you can't play with. There's certain people who have an energy behind them and a force working for them that when you manipulate and play with these certain souls, that there's hell to pay. So there's always consequences for our actions, and we shouldn't lead God's people away. But certain souls you can't play with and touch, and when you do, you'll figure it out.
Hmm. I got a
That's
question
a
for
fact,
you,
King.
King.
Hmm.
What does the 333 represent in your name?
Okay, great. Pardon me, I'm getting my munch on because everybody try to correlate that to this carbonation stuff.
But no, like, I'm gonna say this before you answer
But
the question, if you don't mind.
mhm.
333 is a very significant number for me. My dad passed away before carbonation got shut down. Before Nature Boy got locked up, my dad passed away. On my dad's monitor, when his heartbeat went flatline, the number 504, which is the area code from where we from, his room number was 504, the area code where we from, and the other number that was on his monitor, the last reads was 333. So
Mm,
now every time I go through some shit and I see 333, I know that my dad is there because it's a synchronization of things that's
synchronicity,
connected to him.
right?
So a
Well,
little bit
a
after
ri-
he passed away, that's when Nature
mhm,
Boy started calling himself 333 and all of this shit or whatever the fuck. But I'm curious. I'm just curious. I don't tie
right,
into the car. I'm just curious
right.
to know.
No, I had absolutely nothing to do with that. I had my own personal reason why I put the 333 before I even did the science on the numerology. So I'm the third junior, right? King is my real name. My father's king. My grandfather's king. So I'm also born on the third day in synchronicity of my father and grandfather. So my grandfather was born on the first, my father was born on the second, I was born on the 3rd of May. I have 3 daughters. So I just combined all of these and just used the energy, right? That's what I just wanted to do for me until I went to do the research on my own afterwards. But I've always been, I am on Facebook. I am King 333. You'll see my hashtags that go years back. But and then I did the research and found out how significant the number was thereafter. And so I
Shut
always just stayed with it, even though I seen some negative connotations based on upon what people was trying to manipulate the energy to do. I still held on to it. I didn't say now I'm not going to be 333 anymore because of this. No, I understand what the energy is. It doesn't matter what people try to do to manipulate it the same way people do with the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is that they try to do. I'm still going to hold on to what I know is true. But yeah.
I agree. I agree. People be coming for me because when I post my dad in reference, I put 333 there, 504 type shit, and they be like, "Oh, you
Hmm.
covered." I'm like, this was before a combination. I need to cut that shit out.
Right.
Right, right. And to clear up, some other stuff, because it's been a couple things that's been out there. I seen my name mentioned. and world news mouth. I don't know why he keeps coming around, making this correlation, but there is none. But there was a couple people who came through my family who I tried to steer away from carbonation, right? So this is what happened. So they came through my family. We vibed, we talked. One being Juju's wife. I won't get into the details of our relationship because I'm not here for that. I don't do that.
Well, I don't know the nature of their relationship either, but I'm guessing maybe they were an item. At any rate, the young lady pictured here in this photo was shown on Beyonce's internet on December 5th, 2024, is Aja, aka Rachel. She is Juju, aka Giuliano Diaz's direct, and she is still very much an active member of Carbonation, aka Imagination.
I won't get into the details of our relationship because I'm not here for that. I don't do that. But
His wife,
what I'll
but
say, yeah. So what I'll say is, I did tell her, I did put her out my family, her and her friend, just simply because they was doing too much for like playing his videos and their live streams. I'm like, I don't understand what y'all got going on, who put y'all up to this, but y'all not gonna do this on you're not gonna do this on my watch. I feel it's insensitive to all the things that he put people through, and I ain't gonna allow y'all to do this. And then, I don't know who, you know what I'm saying, who told y'all to do this, you know what I'm saying, but this ain't gonna work with me. But so that's when I just dismissed them, respectfully. Y'all could do that wherever y'all want, just not around me. And then, that's all that was. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's all to it. It ain't nothing. It ain't no nothing deep to dive about. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. I respected the people who was going through things like that because my daughter came to me with a similar story not too long before this about what happened to her in college and how she was held hostage in a room by somebody and all of this shit that transpired, and I immediately wanted to kill this nigga, hunt the nigga down and kill this nigga. So for me to have that feeling, to have that experience, I automatically had to have that energy because I understood what he was doing and how people felt, regardless of what the fuck, how they looked at him. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I was seeing the other side. And so I started to move the energy away from me and make the distinction between us two. Yeah, we both, have similar things going, being, attractive, gift the gab, we're very articulate, we intelligent, but I don't manipulate people, not in that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help people build. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away from anybody, to steal the energy. I'm more so like a gas station. People come to me to get filled up. I'm not stealing anybody's joy, their
you
love,
be
their
you be
light.
pouring
You know what
out a
I'm
lot.
saying?
You be pouring out a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like to give
Yo,
light. I like to give light, love, so anybody that comes around me, they understand that. They get that from me. You know what I'm saying? But some people, that want to be messy, want to feel like, oh, he's doing this because he want to build a cult. He's just like Nature Boy. So certain things you know what I'm saying, I allow because I want to always be reminded that absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I must master myself constantly. And I must overcome all of these things that's within me. Perhaps that's within a lot of us who's able to quote unquote lead. And this is that you have to have self-control. And if you're not able to control yourself and your dick mainly, then you're not fit to lead. And I always want to have a constant reminder of that. So Nature Boy is my constant reminder of that. So I can make sure that I will never ever be him or TK or whoever else they want to compare me to.
right.
I don't
Yo,
understand what the comparison is
I ain't
about.
gonna
Like,
cap. That's what I told that nigga when he was trying to say like, yo, like, I taught you everything. I told his that the only thing you told me, boy, is what not to do as a polygamous husband and what not to do as a tribal chief.
facts.
mm-hmm.
Get you, nigga, and I know what not to do. That's the only
And I'm
thing I
grateful.
learned from that
And I'm
nigga.
grateful.
I don't teach none of that shit he teach. Baby. On the
Right.
real shit, like.
Yo, I
But
wanted to
hell, a lot
say,
I ain't like a lot of people. A lot of people used to be cool with a lot of people used to be cool with him. Was building used to be building with him and everything until his them skeletons started coming out his closet, and people people of some type of honor or moral standard, Joe. Of course, you're gonna break bad with him because like I can't look at you the same. He come off as a real nigga, but once I ain't the one that be believing all the like lies and slang. Somebody tell me something about you, I'm still fuck with you until you show me that. Once he starts showing me personally shit, I'm like, oh yeah, this shit true. You one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta put you on this side. You feel me? What you teaching? Now we debating. If we building about anything, it's a debate now. It ain't no building, ain't no agreements, none of that shit, Joe. If we're gonna share the same space, you feel me? So it's like a lot of people used to be cool with him and then fell back from him. Not just me. Motherfuckers want to, you feel me? Oh, you used to be over there with man. I used to be, you feel me? Of course, you feel me? Everybody used to be on that going back to the tropic shit.
Yeah.
That's what he inspired a lot of motherfuckers. We gotta keep it 100. Seeing that nigga go all the way out there, and you feel me, like yo, let a motherfucker know, like yo, y'all can do the same shit. But as far as like the knowledge, though, a lot of us were spiritually awakened before him. A lot of people became spiritually awakened by him, and they think he the creator of all this wisdom. But it's like my inspiration really came from a higher source, which is who he was inspired by. But
yo,
it ain't it when people I didn't heard it all. Man, used to be
facts,
over
facts.
there with him and shit. Like that was when I ain't know shit about the nigga. I'm thinking he was a real nigga. You feel me? Tapped into the teachings of the master teacher, sounding just like him. That Babylon shit, Dr. Malachi Z. York. Non-ether, Dr. Malachi Z. York. You feel me? Like a lot of shit, all melanin. Ain't nobody articulate that shit like the master teacher. And a lot of shit Nature Boy used to be saying. I've heard it from the master teacher. So it's
Right.
like you feel me? Okay, this nigga tapped in, but once you find out, like a motherfucker, like okay, you gotta look at you differently now, Joe, because
Mm-hmm.
it's certain shit you gonna do and certain shit you ain't supposed to do. Like
Yeah.
Nature, on me personally, I don't think he guilty of rape. I think
I do.
he's guilty of
I
many
do.
other things though,
I do.
but I
I
don't think he
do.
guilty for what he locked up for.
I do.
Yo, I had to
I
agree with
do.
You
Velvet
think
on
he
that.
raped
I do.
Material? Because
Because
like
he raped
from my
me.
understanding,
He
Material
raped
was
That's
me.
coercion.
was giving
He
her.
raped
Coercion is rape.
me. He raped me. So if another woman,
I don't think he guilty of rape. I think
I do.
he's guilty of
I
many
do.
other things though,
I do.
but I
I
don't think he's
do.
guilty for what he locked up for.
I do.
Yo, I had to
I
agree with
do.
You
Velvet
think
on
he
that.
raped
I do.
Material? Because
Because
like
he raped
from my
me.
understanding,
He
Material
raped
was
That's
me.
coercion.
was giving
He
her.
raped
Coercion is rape.
me. He raped me. So if another woman said it, good.
Mm,
Because that's some shit that's not on the docket for me because I
mm.
can't prove that shit. She could have at least proved that shit. But through my timeline, through my story, when a motherfucker is holding you hostage and he forcing you to have sex with him and do threesomes with other people that you don't want to do that shit with, that is rape, my nigga. Multiple times. Facts. So he
And
in there,
quantum, I'm
he in
solid.
there
Yeah,
for what he in there
I
for,
Overly
will
but
say
solid.
he they don't have
Fact.
everything
that's deep.
on there what he's supposed to be in there for. They summed it up as rape. That's a sum
Yup.
up.
Right. Yeah, that shit deep, man. I mean, I'm thinking like Material, you feel me? Like, knowing how she was, because she went to King Musa, and then Musa had her in Chicago, on the blade. You feel me? So I'm like, I don't think he raped, but like you said,
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but just because a lady is out there selling punani doesn't mean that she cannot be raped. If she's selling it 24/7 and you want some, whether you paying or not, if she says no, it's grape.
you feel me? So I'm like, I don't think he raped, but like you said, I ain't in these women. I wasn't like can't put it past that man. That
He
man
raped,
is
he
crazy.
raped Syrian.
But it's deep,
Raped,
man.
raped,
Like
he raped that girl Syrian. The girl Brianna, he raped her. He raped that girl Kendra. He raped me. He raped that girl Tori. The girl Tori who was with Musa. He raped.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Mm.
Let's talk about it. Nigga, you
Damn,
was late.
Joe.
Shut the fuck up, BB.
This
You're
shit,
late.
this
You're
shit
late.
deep.
You're late. You're late. While you're asking questions and trying to make a point, you're late. You missed. You missed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, this
When a
shit
motherfucker
deep.
is holding you hostage and you say no, I don't want to have sex with you, and he's sitting there talking for fucking hours and hours, and you still say no, I don't want this shit. I don't want to be here. I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to have sex with her. I don't want to be in this relationship, and he still make you do it. That is rape, my nigga. That is rape. Period.
And come up
Mm.
here.
When a woman say,
Shoot.
when a woman say
Well, see,
no, I don't want it in
Damn,
the ass. When
I'm,
a woman say no, I
no,
don't want it in my ass.
I'm
When a
trying to.
woman say no, Chief, why not? When a woman say no, I don't want it in my ass, and he force that shit in her ass, that's rape.
No means no.
That's sodomy.
Oh
exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely right. Oh yeah,
It's
that's definitely
sodomy.
sodomy. Like
Sodomy,
he
nigga.
really like. That's what I'm saying. And
It's
I used to hear
called
about that
sodomy.
shit,
It's not even
but I was
called
like, I
rape
know
anymore.
motherfucker got trolls out here.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
yeah,
that
and
shit is fucked up. Hey, but look though. Hey, who we got admin in here? Can we mute the motherfucking trolls, man? Motherfucker gonna be over here
yeah.
respectful more, or get the fuck on.
But
That
Chief, why
part.
not?
Be
I've
putting
always
bad
appreciated.
spells on you. Watch out, man.
I've,
I wish I knew how to
but
do that.
I'm telling you, what role?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I was sitting in the comments like, where are the women at? Because I would have imagined that Nature Boy would have sent one of them over there to defend him by now. Because y'all know he watching, right? He watching it. He watching it right from Macon State Prison in his cell on his burner phone. But there she goes. He sent Shu. Shu is one of Elihu Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief, life in prison, plus 10 years without the possibility of paroles, supporters. One of the more vocal ones. She has popped up on Beyonce's internet speaking out against the malicious prosecution with the wives, and now she wants to join the panel with Velvet. Guys, I need you to buckle up for your own safety because this is going to be absolutely wild.
Spells on you. Watch out, man.
I've,
I wish I knew how to
but
do that.
I'm telling you, what roll? I'm telling you, I roll off motherfuckers' tongue. They better be careful. But look, I've always appreciated your energy. I've always appreciated your intellectual rapport. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was comfortable with talking to you and saying hi and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that on. You know what I'm saying? I already
For
knew there was some
sure.
holes in
All the
there
time.
because it
And I,
was before.
yeah, that shit deep, man. Yeah, that shit deep. You know, they content creators, man. It's deep. They ain't got no knowledge to teach. They gotta spread rumors and paint false narratives and shit. Like y'all gotta go the fuck up. It's finna be 2025.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I genuinely wish that these people would address the content creators directly by name because I know that Chief Why not talking to me. He ain't talking about the MEDAYA movement because over here I only report the facts. I give y'all breaking news. I drop exclusives. I don't create narratives or run with any type of storyline. That's not something that you've seen from my channel, nor is it something that you will ever see.
False narratives and shit. Like y'all gotta go the fuck up. It's finna be 2025. For all you bloggers and YouTubers, man, like this really shows lack of intelligence. If it wasn't for lying, making up lies on motherfuckers and shit, what would you have to blog about? You have no gems, nothing, no deep perspectives on anything. You can't teach a zebra how to motherfucking walk. It's like that. It's deep, man. I appreciate you too, though, Vel. Real talk, goddess. Appreciate you too, though, goddess, man. On the real.
I be
That's why I told, like, when World News was like, yo, he over there trying to recruit Velvet. I'm like, hell yeah. Hey, why not Tribe love Velvet? She's Velvet such a goddess. They was hating that shit on the real. Real talk.
I,
My
I
goddess Rosa fuck with you. You feel me? All my goddesses fuck with you.
But you know, I really do be chilling. I don't know if
Real.
y'all, but I really do be chilling in my own lane. Like I don't be. I'm not. I ain't. Yeah, I just really be chilling. I really do.
That's a fact.
Facts. Somebody say, can they come up? Who is that? If you ain't trolling, you troll. You come up, shit. On the real. Somebody named Shu. You gotta press the request. But it's deep, man. I like seeing people that elevated past that. Like I told you guys, when I look at Shorty now, his wives over there, they all looking like this.
Lifeless.
Straight face, no emo. I'm like, gee, and it's like I told my goddesses, I say, look, when you go to Velvet Live, Velvet smiles, laughter, you feel me playing music, you feel me spiritually healthy. I'm like, yo, you could tell she healing, and them motherfuckers over there, I ain't seen his wife smile in a very long time. Every time I click on a live, it's a straight, and that's something we teach. You feel me? A lot of healing practices and laughter. You feel me? Laugh retention is very important. But when you when a person don't when a person go for extended periods of time without laughing, meaning everybody should be having at least one good laugh every day for the rest of your life. This is organic healing, emotionally and physically. So when a person don't laugh, you feel me, it says a lot about the emotional state. Like, and I notice like people, it's a lot of white, quote unquote, white people that don't laugh. It's white people that I've never seen smile or bust a smirk or anything.
Right.
And black people, like, you feel me? So it's like I'll be like, yo, like they don't never smile over there. You feel me? And it's like, damn,
Right. Yeah.
niggas need to
They're
be healed, man.
It's a sign of misery.
emotionally removed. They have to emotionally remove themselves to do what they're doing. Because if they be present emotionally and really acknowledge their emotions and how they feel about a lot of shit, they're not gonna agree, and they gonna wind up leaving. But that goes
Mhm.
against.
Hey, is it not letting me add people up?
I was
Cause
about
somebody
to
say they
say,
in the
did you
queue,
ever
but
get your
shit, I don't see
Wi-Fi
nobody up there.
changed?
Hell,
Get a
fucking no, man.
T-Mobile, man.
Shit, I'm finna change my whole service, bro. Shit, it's crazy. But
She said.
Yeah, this should have been happening in
she
your
said
live
she in the
stream.
queue. So what I'm gonna
This
do?
should be happening in your live stream. Every time you go live for a certain period of time, you get
Yup.
locked in. So it could be that, or it could be
Yeah,
motherfucker. I don't
it's
know. It could be
my
Vigo.
data. It's my
You're
data.
dead. Oh, okay.
And I think it's my data, man. Cause I called up there and they said my data caps, and I'm like, how I got unlimited? And then they give me the spiel about, yeah, well, that only for calls. I'm like, how my bill $75 a month, and my data capping out on the fucking 15th of the month. Like, hell no. So I'm
Right.
finna leave. They
Yeah.
told me I gotta get Wi-Fi. I'm like, fuck boost. This is my last month with y'all. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
back to T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, come over to this side, man. Come over
I
to
said,
Yeah.
this
It
look
side.
though,
costs a
I
little
want
more,
I
but
want to
it's,
give
it's
people a chance to
guaranteed.
come up. I'm finna airplane mode. Hey, I'm finna airplane mode real quick and then come right back. So I ain't gotta end the live and restart it so they can come up. I'll be
For
right.
sure.
Airplane
Without a
mode.
doubt.
Y'all
Yeah,
eating
you
this shit.
gotta go through that. Hmm?
Yeah, man. Let me light this blunt. Fuck, like this
Man.
shit up. This shit crazy. I don't know how the fuck my name get twisted into
Yeah,
something.
King.
There we
All right, we
go.
back. We
Peace,
back.
peace.
All right, we back. Peace, Miss Jones. Welcome
Oh
back. Welcome
shit.
back, everybody. We back.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yo, King, real
Now I
fast.
see you
I
was in the
wanted to.
queue for a
Yeah.
minute. What's going on, Peace Goddess?
Yeah. Eh, what's up,
Oh
Fluke?
my gosh, I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
was gonna
y'all
tell you,
talked about
bro.
so many things now. I have so
Yeah.
many okay, so first of all, peace everyone. I feel like I have a different perspective and have and of
Wait.
course cuz we're
Hey,
all
Shoe.
yes.
Shoe, can you wait 1 second? Fluke was just
Yeah, of
about to
course.
say something. And
Oh, okay. I thought
right
she
after he finished saying
why
what he was
not
gonna
ask
say, then
me?
you could go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah, man. I was gonna say when that question brought was asked about the three, it was kind of like I had mixed feelings, kind of like this kind of I was really suspicious about how because you seem like a real cool, down to earth type of person, but that's why I was like I couldn't, I didn't, wasn't really too for sure, but
Mhm.
after you kind of explained that whole point, because I was like, man, trying to stay away from all of that. So
Right.
yeah,
How long you been around me though, Fluke? How long you been around me?
it's been a good long time now. Like I said, I've stopped showing up for a minute. If you notice that little time
Hmm.
period, and I started
Yeah.
kind of coming back.
Right. So as the time that you've been around me, I mean, what can you conclude from your perspective? What do you see?
Well,
Did you
from
see me
just yeah,
regurgitating any information that came from on that side? Did you see me pushing anything to
well,
make
that's
people
what I was
believe
about to
that I was
say.
part of? Yeah.
Overall, with my judgment, you seem like a real down to earth, cool guy. Like I say, I don't, because I was kind of questionable about that whole narrative with the 333, and I was like, man, like this can't
Mhm.
be right. I'm seeing everybody pushing this shit. I'm like, man, this is not. But then later on, after I kind of got some positive feedback by couple, there's a couple other sisters that me and you already know, and that tried to
Mm.
explain the whole piece. So now
For
I
sure,
get it.
Velvet.
Like I say,
Appreciate that,
and so, man, you like I say, you always feel kind of like a good person in my book. So don't. Now I
Hey,
actually got a chance to really
it was
understand
some
you.
dude.
I'm cool.
Hey, it was some dude.
I'm done.
It was some dude in that chat, in that Telegram chat. This nigga was an Egyptian Hebrew Israelite, and he was dick ride Nature Boy so fucking bad in that video chat, talking about, yeah, you my higher self, you inspire me, man. I owe everything to you, man. You my God, you feel me? You my chief. And he was like, yeah, he was trying to tell me like, yeah, he's the God over me. He's your God. I'm like, no, he ain't my God. He your God. But you feel me? That's good. You feel me? I ain't hating on that nigga. You feel me? Like shit, he over you. That nigga ain't got shit to do with me. I'd have tell his ass that in front of Nature Boy, when we was in the group chat. So look. Long story short, Nature Boy ended up dissing his ass, kicking him out the Telegram group chat. Now he on Bigo, and this motherfucker bashing Nature Boy now. I'm like, you was just dick
Yes.
riding him in the
Yep.
motherfucking Telegram group chat. Your
Can
ass
I say
lame as
something
hell,
about
like
that?
nigga, like he came over here, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you have not secured yourself in your seatbelt, now is the time to do so, because Shoe is finna crash out, y'all. She finna crash out. Buckle up. It's the law.
He came over here, dude, that he got kicked out. I'm like, bro, you just mad because you made yourself available. You was real
Right.
submissive. You was his bitch boy, and he still treated you. And now you mad. Get the fuck on. I don't even fuck with niggas like that. By the way,
And
you was
Chief,
dick
why
down that
not?
nigga. He could never be like on the real, G.
Facts. Can I say something
I'm
about
like,
that? Because
yo,
I have
he,
a interesting
go ahead,
inside
got
look
you.
that was like, damn, this is crazy because I'm on Telegram. I'm in these chats. And was like, damn, this is crazy because I'm on Telegram. I'm in these chats. And this man who I saw his YouTube video and he went crazy. And it's interesting because he came into a conversation, as multiple people have seen that Telegram is like a social platform where
I
Three
don't
God
have
has
it.
been like communicating
I
with
don't have it.
people. Okay, so yeah, he's been using it's essentially like a Bigo, but or like it's like a communication forum. Anyway, so I don't know the dude, but the dude that Chief Why Not is talking about comes in and he's very this is the honest to God truth. He comes in and is talking to Three God and is very negative, talking about how horrible women are, his perspective about women and their demons, and there's no good women, and like F women and blah blah blah. And he lets him speak, he lets him get it all out. Then he gives him great advice, in my opinion. He says it's your perspective, it's the way you're looking at things. Like, I'm locked up and I have women. So you can't say that like all women are bad and you'll never have women and all these kind of negative things. It's how you're looking at it. And for a second it almost seemed like he had understood that, okay, yeah, it's my thoughts. He gets out of the group chat, comes back, and now is in tears, crying, being like, you hate me, like you hate me, Chief, like
That's
why are
mental
you
illness.
that's when and so to see the same person that I literally watched go from a manic state of I hate women, get good advice that a normal person would be like, hey, thank you, let me look at changing my perspective, to coming back and being like, you hate me and I hate you, fuck you, I'm connected to the Bloods and blah blah blah, to go on YouTube and to like create a video about him and like change the narrative that I literally watched play out in real life was crazy. And I love that Chief Why Not just said that, because to me that's like the few people that go against the masses, the group think of like not just following him and being like, oh damn, yeah, like that's fucked up. He's like, no, like looking at this situation for what it is. Like, you were on his dick and now you're like hating on him, so I can't like respect that. Like, what the fuck? That's real. Like, that's real. And that's so crazy that you brought that up, because you this is a an area of social media, is something I haven't been on since I was in my 20s, which I'm not anymore. I just got like back on Instagram like a month ago. I just got on Vigo like earlier this year. I am she's a nature boy supporter. I am a nature boy supporter. She's a nature boy supporter. I am a nature boy supporter. She's a nature boy supporter. I am a nature boy supporter. I'm a black man supporter, actually, Mia Rose. Let's get that correct. I support the black man. 100%. Yes. You will never hear me speak negatively about them.
Mia Rose is a troll, man. She is a troll, G. She was saying
And
I support Nature Boy too.
the crazy part is that and I understand people like Velvet have personal relationships. Okay, when you have personal relationships, there's feelings. There was real life shit happening that is also in coming into play with how she's communicating or her perspective. However, it's the strangers that never met him or knew him that so desperately want another stranger to be like, no, I don't support him. I don't like this black man. Like, fuck this black man, that goes crazy to me.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I wish that shoe would take several seats. She's sitting up here on Beyonce's internet defending Nature Boy and don't even know the half. Not only is she sitting up on Beyonce's internet defending him, but she's doing so directly in front of one of his victims. Like, how rude and disrespectful can you be?
Support him. I don't like this black man. Like, fuck this black man that goes crazy to me. Like, literally, I have watched this from corporate America world all the way to Bigo, which is like the hood of social media. And it's like people
Let me ask you
truly.
something. Let me
Yes,
ask you
please. Go ahead.
something, Shu. After all that's been said, after all that's been shown, after all that we know now,
Yes.
do you still support that black man?
That's a great question. And I would say absolutely 100%. And here's why. One is perspective and having first of all, I don't I don't do group think. I don't go off of a stranger's opinions off of to another stranger. I also know because I was married to a black man for 20 years that and he literally like from the hood, came out the hood, was the one that made it type of thing. His brother has been locked up in prison, who is my brother. That's like my big brother now. Like I see what is happening and I'm very against going with the grain of what everyone wants us to think and how the masses think, but also because uniquely I have watched this whole thing play out from an unbiased perspective. Yes, I was also influenced by his knowledge. That's what really got me. I came across him when Velvet and Three God were still together.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but what type of knowledge did Nature Boy have, y'all? Y'all help me out in the comments. Let me know. What type of knowledge did he have? Because I'm still trying to first of all, shoot. All of the information that Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Chief Life in Prison, plus 10 years without the possibility of parole, he gathered information from all different scholars and speakers like Dr. Sabi, Brother Polite, the Nawapians, Dr. Malachi Z. York. He took a little bit of everything in order to build what you are calling his knowledge. And he never gave reverence to the people that he took the information from. So I need you to take several seats because Nature Boy ain't got no knowledge. If he did, he wouldn't be sitting his ass in prison right now.
I came across him when Velvet and Three God were still together. I was sad when they broke up. Like that was like no, like this is beautiful. But it happens. And I also watched the entire thing with Natiri play out truly and objectively. I also watched the entire trial, the joke of a trial that was documented. So, yes, I love thugs. I love black men. You're never going to get me to say anything negative about him, comments, and it's weird that you don't. But anyways, so I want to say
I'm
that
trying to
I
make
believe without a hmm?
trying to make Vel
Go
the
ahead. Go
motherfucking
ahead.
admin. So if you
Okay, I
see
just want to
anybody
say
trolling, look
I
their ass.
believe that
Let me know.
one, you have to be careful when you guys were talking earlier, I looked up the definition.
You see, you see how God works.
The fuck out.
Well, no, I could hear you. I just tried to bring up Chat GPT.
You see how
But well, no, I could hear you. I just tried to bring up Chat GPT.
you see how
But
God works.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but y'all know the cult is no longer being ran off of Google. It's now being ran by Chat GBT. Remember back in the day, Nature Boy would be like, yo, pull it up on Google. Now today in 2024, He is instructing all of his followers to get their answers to their universal questions from the honorable ChatGPT, y'all.
Just try to bring up Chat GPT.
You see how
But
God works?
can I
Go
just say
ahead, yo.
something?
Go
I
ahead.
don't
Go
think
ahead.
that's not something to fuck with. First of all, let me just say this as someone who's personally experienced that and has a mother that literally, when you say that somebody was held against their will, my mom was
All
literally
right. All right. At
captured.
this point,
And
Chief. At this point, Chief, I think she's being insensitive to all those who actually went through and
by telling
experienced
you
these
that
things
my mom has
by
experienced
Very much
that.
talking
so
this way
because
and having this
yeah,
tone. I
very
feel is disrespectful, Chief.
I
I
agree
think
with
you
By
should drop her
Kayati.
because at
by
this point,
telling you my
at this point
mom
in
has
time,
been
if you're
raped.
gonna have this,
Please
if you're
drop
gonna
her.
take on this tone, knowing someone is sitting right here amongst us who's experienced something
I
like
was
that,
in
you
the
don't need to
middle
sit.
of
You don't
telling
need to
my
sit with
I
you
us.
was
don't know.
You
You
need
watch
to like
Exactly.
get on
you don't
maybe
somewhere,
I
like
Please drop
don't.
seriously,
down.
yo.
get it,
I
But
but
think you
I'm not
do.
trying to
I
be
think you
disrespectful
do.
at all.
I think
I'm
you.
not
I
trying to
think
be
it's
disrespectful at all.
disrespectful
I
for you
think
to
this is
talk like that amongst somebody who actually experienced that
What did I
and talk
say
like this shit is.
specifically?
Listen,
Talk
man.
your shit, King.
That shit is disrespectful, man.
Can you
I
tell me
can't. I
Talk
what
your
can't.
I
shit,
would like
King.
I
to
can't allow that, man.
understand?
That shit is disrespectful, man.
But
I
help
think you
me
need to shut the
understand.
fuck
I'm
up. I
genuine.
think
I'm
you need to
genuine
shut
in
the
that.
Exactly.
fuck up. That's what I think you need to do.
I think
That
it's
part.
Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it.
I think
I'm
you need to
genuine
shut
in
the
Exactly.
that.
fuck up. That's what I think you need to do.
I think
That
it's
part.
the part where I'm talking about my mother being raped and you're telling me to shut the fuck
Yeah.
up is
this is
kind of
why
crazy.
this is why it's very important. This is when frequencies get mixed. Like when you tap into that nature boy shit, bro, some
Hmm.
weird shit comes out of it. Like it really does. And I
What
get
do
it. Like
you what do you mean,
everybody,
Velvet?
you be quiet. Everybody think that they saw what happened to me online, but no one
Oh no,
really
I
fucking
wasn't talking
saw.
about you.
I'm not talking to you.
You
I'm
I
cut
just want to
finishing
her
my
out.
clarify though, in
statement.
case you thought I
I'm
was. I
finishing my
wasn't.
state. I'm finishing my statement though, based off
Okay,
of
okay, I
everything.
understand.
Tap into that nature boy shit, bro.
Hmm.
Some weird shit comes out of it. Like it really does. And I get it. Like
What do you mean,
everybody,
Velvet?
you be quiet. Everybody think that they saw what happened to me online, but no one
Oh no,
really
I
fucking
wasn't talking
saw.
about you.
I'm not talking to you.
You
I'm
I
cut
just want to
finishing
her
my
out.
clarify though, in
statement.
case you thought I
I'm
was. I
finishing my
wasn't.
state. I'm finishing my statement though, based off.
I guess you knew and blew a good thing, baby. 'Cause I'm saying bye-bye.
People
Thank
on
goodness.
social media think that they know what I went through. They don't know what I went through, and that's just that. But I agree with you, King. I do think it's disrespectful because she was talking in the sense like I had never been through none of that shit type shit. And I think that's very insensitive. And a lot of people carry me like that because all they want to say is, "Oh, well, you went back," but no one actually sits down with me to talk to me about why I went back, my thought processes, what was in the mix, what was in the play, how old I was with a fucking child, being held hostage. Like that's a lot of shit to unravel. But I get it. Like everybody wanna, think that they, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is what she, cause everybody only got bits and pieces. Only bits and pieces are still out there. Until you sit down with the person who actually went through it and they give you their experience is the only way you'll truly be able to know. That's it. And there's a lot of shit I still haven't said and I still haven't talked about because that shit was really that's my real life is my real life. And people just sit around and joke about that shit and think that it's just something to talk about. Like like no, like bro, I had a child. There's other women who had a child with this man. When he's sitting on a public platform giving 30K to other men and not even giving it to his children. Come on, bro. At this point, it's neither here or there who got him locked up, how he got locked up, or whatever the fuck. What matters the most is that he fucked over me and a whole bunch of other people, and we all got justice from it when he was locked up. Because if this nigga was still out, he'd still be trying to do whatever. And because he have such of a God complex, this nigga was gonna crash out in the public. He was either gonna kill himself and commit suicide or kill somebody else. Like that's the rate that he was going.
That's a fact.
Man, when you get a chance, like it's
Hey,
like,
when you said, man, when you tap into that nature boy shit, some weird shit come with that shit. Like that shit
yeah,
facts. Like it's like sorcery is like, man, Joe, sorcery is very like very real, Joe.
yo, Chief,
This
just
You know, a
like
lot of
you
people
said, man, that
have a
she
person
said,
motherfucker is like a
spellbound.
monster in jail.
hey, this is what
Like
she
you
said.
an animal.
Nigga said, after everything that was shown, after everything that was said, and everything that we know right now, do you still support that man? This lady said yes.
That's
Bro,
sad, man.
ain't
Hell
I
yeah,
support the black
that's a
man. I'm on a
fact.
panel
Yup.
right now with black kings.
No doubt,
I
Florida
support
Bay.
I
Shit
support the
crazy,
black man.
man.
It ain't no
Yeah,
demonic
that
black
shit
man. I
crazy,
mean,
G.
y'all got me fucked up.
Yeah,
That God
I couldn't
is
let that
different.
energy rock. I'm so, my part of me that, and even that was outside of my character, but I had to step outside for a second, man. I had to, man. I had to.
Yeah,
You
man,
feel
you
you
did the right
feel
thing, brother King. I felt your energy.
so my
It's too
child
much.
look at somebody
Hell
said
yeah,
Velvet
shit.
support the black family. You took his child away from him. So that I can have my daughter grow up how Aya and Sheba and Aya and Malia and them growing up. Y'all got me fucked up, and y'all got my daughter fucked up.
Mm.
That part, I'm not about to raise my child and run a bum ass women. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm not built like that. I could give a fuck less if the nigga was polygamous or not. I told that nigga, you could have all your wives, just let me do me. This nigga got mad. He got mad. I didn't give a fuck about him being with those women. That's not my concern. But it ain't gonna be at the expense of my emotional and spiritual well being. Y'all got me fucked up. So if y'all think that I'm not supposed to stand up for myself or you know what I'm saying, want what I want, y'all got me fucked up. This nigga doing him. Why can't I do me? I want the man that's for me. I don't want a man that's for the streets. So with that being said,
Okay, everyone, I have some really exciting news. Janae's book, Lesson Learned, is now available on Amazon.com. The paperback version is $25.55 and the hardcover is $47.90. So you can actually pick her book up on Amazon.com today.
man that's for the streets. So with that being said,
Mm.
I could give a fuck less what anybody think about me being polygamous or not being polygamous, bitch. Today, if I stepped out in the world and I said I'm polygamous, that's what the fuck I am. If I stepped out in the world today or tomorrow and I said I'm monogamous, that's what the fuck I am. And I stand on that shit. I want my
Mm.
nigga. I want my king. I want my man. I don't want a little boy that's for the streets.
Church,
Facts, man. Hey, peace and polygamy, man. Peace and polygamy.
church.
For real shit. It's like, man, it should be deep, man. Like it go deep. You know,
Yeah,
I feel
this
Nature
like,
shit.
you know,
boy,
polygamy
nature
is a
boy
part of
want
my
every
spirit.
woman. Nature boy want every woman to be polygamous, but every woman not polygamous, and that's the truth. That's the truth.
That is
There, every man is not polygamous,
Big
and that's
fact.
the truth.
that is the truth.
There are some men that are polygamous. That's the truth. But that don't mean
That
that we
is
all gotta fall under one category, bitch. I don't have to be polygamous if I don't want to. And if I don't want to be with a nigga that's polygamous, I don't have to do that shit. Why am I the bad guy? Because I don't want to be in a polygamous relationship. That's the craziest part to me. When motherfuckers is out here doing whatever the fuck they want to do and living their best life, why the fuck can I live mine? Why can't I have what I want to? Everybody
That's
getting
a
them.
fact.
Why the fuck I can't get me?
I tell motherfuckers, I tell people all the time, like, you feel me, polygamy ain't for every man, it ain't for every woman. You know, it's for a specific type of person. You feel me? Not saying one is better or less than the other. You feel me? But it ain't for everybody. You
It's
know,
not.
in fact, you know, polygamy is it's a part of it's a part of my spiritual journey. You feel me? So it's if a lot of people get into relationships for many different purposes, but I feel like the strongest relationships should be based on a spiritual foundation. Y'all must we must be aligned on the same spiritual journey, on the same path. But it's like people, they get in relationships for business, for this
The
reason,
wrong
that reason,
reasons.
and of course, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
from my experience, from my experience, the relationships based on a spiritual foundation, it serves a more divine purpose, man. So it's like, you know,
Right.
it ain't for everybody. It's definitely like
It's not.
it's like
Especially for those, it ain't for those who
polygamy.
haven't mastered
Polygamy is for
monogamy.
some,
You ain't mastered monogamy, you have no right to even
yeah.
step into
As far as
polygamy.
women, yeah, that's facts. As far as the women, polygamy, you feel me, like divine, feminine, delicate, soft spoken women. The masculine woman don't do good in polygamy. She do great in monogamy. So it's nothing wrong with being like, people. Women need to understand you. You feel me? You get more power by being delicate. You feel me, with alpha or dominant males, because we got to handle y'all with care. We gonna deal with the masculine motherfuckers, you feel me, aggressively. But you know the delicate women, you feel me, they get the red carpet laid out. So you actually get more power as a woman, being feminine and submissive. But of course you can't.
I ain't even finna hold y'all. But this universe person, it's giving a member of Team Too Much. Y'all paying attention to their comments? Everything that they're saying sounds like what Team Too Much been saying on Beyonce's internet. They so dang on obvious.
Being feminine and submissive. But of course you can't look at old boy, you feel me? It's niggas, it's a lot of niggas out here that take advantage of submissive women, and they got women out here with guards up. A lot of black women, they would love to submit to to a divine masculine, but they not easily submissive because they got their guards up, as they should. Because these niggas don't know shit. These niggas can't teach these women shit. You
Right.
feel me? And it be deep. Like, polygamy is very important. You feel me? As far as like the spiritual journey. That's the before, the nation building, and to spread my seed. Before all that, everybody got the same spiritual journey. On top of that, I used to be a liar and a cheater. So I'm on a righteous path. I ain't lied and cheated on my wives in years. In years. So it's like, once you live in a righteous path, you gotta do away with all deception, lies, all that shit. And it's like,
Hey,
people be so
hey,
righteous,
universe,
but they cheating on their one.
the boxes is open, man. The Twitter fingers, man. You could use your words,
Somebody
man.
trying to
Come up
come up?
here, use your words, show your face, and then you know what I'm saying. Let us know why we weird.
All these
You know what I'm
grown
saying.
men
I
so
enjoy
pressed with
I enjoy
I
being
black
got a
weird,
men,
question.
actually.
I got a
weirdos.
question though. I
What
genuinely
up,
have a question
with
though.
your boy?
I
I
genuinely have a
enjoy being
question.
weird. Go ahead.
Yeah, I enjoy being weird too. I
Oh yeah,
got a question though, for real,
oh
for the
yeah.
men on the panel. Because like for me, this all right. So y'all about to get to know a little bit about me. Okay,
With blunt. Let me
I
put this
the type of
motherfucker out.
woman that I
Go
am,
ahead,
because
Gaddis.
I'm genuinely trying to figure this out, because the guys that I attract to myself are like really gay. Like they be gay. Like gay as fuck. And so I'm trying to understand, like, what is that? Like why am I attracting like gay men? Like I don't understand that, right? But then when I look into my energies and I notice
Mhm.
like how I move as a woman, I can be very masculine, but it's not masculine to the point where I'm overpowering a man, if that makes sense.
Right.
But I'm also very feminine. But it's only in
Right.
certain circumstances where I'll turn my masculinity up more than my femininity, and vice
Right.
versa. When I'm by
Right.
myself, I'm super feminine, like
Right.
extremely feminine. But when I'm around other women, I get super masculine to the point where I turn into a little nigga. Like real
Right.
shit. This is real life. And then when I'm around men, it's like a teeter totter. It's like certain situations cause for me to come forward masculine, and certain situations come for me to come forward feminine. So I'm really just trying to
Okay.
understand like how the fuck to balance this shit out so I can attract a real nigga to me because this I'm tired. I'm getting tired.
Right.
How to
Well,
I'm
balance
getting tired.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to check out my new YouTube channel, On the Docket with Danny? Over on that platform, I focus on true crime, current events, and I dibble and dabble a little in politics. I am also currently covering the case of the United States versus Sean P. Diddy Combs. My intention is to definitely attend, if not part of his trial, all of it. So, guys, if you guys want regular updates on what's going on with Diddy, definitely consider subscribing to my new channel today.
right.
how to
Well,
I'm getting
balance
I
tired.
how to balance out all. Okay, so basically, like, you
So
know,
when I get a, so when I get a,
around
I'm a pin.
people, certain situations and circumstances, you got your guards up. You got your guards up, but however, this is making you open to attract that, you feel me, that type of energy. You say you attracting all niggas that's gay, but it's like when you by yourself, you super feminine. But it's like that's the only place you feel comfortable. That's the question.
no, the question is why she keep attracting gay niggas, and I feel that it's because is her energy is masculine.
Man,
She
that's
has a
deep.
masculine vibe,
That's deep.
and a lot of beta men can feel, you know, that they can use that energy to help get them to where they need to go because they don't possess it themselves. So,
But if
um,
a masculine man doesn't like masculinity, how am I supposed to just naturally get rid of that?
well,
So like boom. So I'll
in the
give it.
presence of a masculine man, you're gonna become feminine. When you in the presence of a masculine man, it's just gonna be something that just happens. This isn't something you're gonna think about. You just all of a sudden gonna be soft. When you hear my voice, you're gonna be soft. When you see my presence, you're gonna become soft. But to the world, you're gonna continue to be who you are to the world. In the presence of this masculine energy, you just become that. And you just become, and then you want to be that more based on how he treats that, how he, you know, gives you the energy back. So okay, so based on her
Mm.
being soft, I exalt her now. So you feeling the exaltation from your being feminine will make you want to be more feminine even around this person, and then it'll spill off into everybody else, and they'll start to see more of your femininity, and they'll see more of you just being a woman. But as of now, right now, you didn't submit to any masculine energy because naturally it'll happen. This isn't something that you're going to even have to think about. This is just something that's just what it is. So when you're around the right energy, your spirit will tell you. You'll tell yourself, damn, I normally act like this when somebody says this, or I normally do this when somebody do that. But now you see yourself doing different things, responding differently, checking yourself, self-check. All of these
Mm.
things, these feminine qualities will begin to start to grow and blossom, and then you'll start to feel comfortable in that space. But yeah, until then, just be who you are.
I'm masculine as fuck. Somebody asked me if I was a lesbian today. I was like, what the fuck? Do I give lesbian vibes? Like, I don't even like women. Like, what the fuck?
You like one
I
of the
was like, oh
bros.
my God.
You like one of the bros, G. Like you like one of the fellas, one of the bros, G. Like a sister,
Yeah,
you feel me? Like
like a homie level
I
friend.
see,
You the
I
homie level
definitely
friend
see what
type.
they mean. Like you masculine, you feel me? You
Yeah,
got that masculine way. Like you feel me? Like you grew up around. You could tell you grew up around a lot of men, a lot of brothers. you feel me,
Yes,
uncles
I
or whatever
did.
the case may be. You feel me? Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, my daddy
But I
raised
mean,
me.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's important. It's important to understand. You feel me? Like women, they get their power by being feminine, especially with alpha males. But like, a lot of women they don't want an alpha male. I ask a lot of women, they preference, and they say, they want a beta. A lot of women
So
prefer beta
it's
males. You feel me? They don't want
so for me.
a dominant male.
So for
There's
me,
there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just different.
I want a
Go
sigma
ahead.
male. I don't want an alpha. I don't want a beta. I want a sigma. I want a sigma male because I feel like sigma males can deal with masculine women a little bit better than an alpha and a beta, in the sense that because I am the way that I am, like when I get around men, I can like be feminine. Like I can be very feminine, but it's always still that quality of masculinity. But I do believe
Right.
that that's because of my purpose, like the purpose that I have. Like I'm not lightweight, so it's like it's gonna still
Right.
be there naturally. But I feel like
Right.
sigma males have more of like a better gauge on how to deal with a masculine woman when it comes to those qualities.
Right. Somebody that's
I don't know if
flexible.
you've
Somebody
ever
that
heard
can
of a
see that.
Sigma.
Mm.
That's them. That's the
And
three.
just the
Yeah,
flexibility, right?
sigma
Someone
male.
that
That's not an alpha. A sigma is not
it's
an
not
alpha
alpha
or a
or beta.
beta. It's like in between.
Right.
Meaning an alpha runs in a pack. You feel me? A sigma it runs by himself, but it's not like docile. You feel me? So a sigma is not a beta. It just stand on its own 2 feet. You feel me? Like let's compare a lion versus a tiger. A lion male may be, you feel me, the alpha of the pride, but a tiger, you're gonna see a tiger by itself. A tiger male is a silent killer. That motherfucker in the jungle by himself, an apex predator. That's what he would be, a sigma. You feel me? Definitely familiar with sigmas, Joe. On the real, and shout out to the sigmas. Can you know? It's deep.
Shout out
Is a
to the
sigma?
Sigmas, man.
Would a sigma do good in polygamy though? That's a deep
Yo,
question.
why not? Real fast. Why
Y'all want
not?
to
Can
dive
you
into
look?
it? Go ahead.
Can you see the comments?
Let me see.
Afro and
Yeah, I'm
Zoka
on, I'm on
said
my
they in the
goddess phone.
comment.
Okay, yeah, because you
Do I
probably
think
can't
a
If
see
Faru and
because of your
Zoka want to come
Wi-Fi.
up,
That
do
Wi-Fi.
do I think y'all know this is a breach of a protection order, right?
uh,
Y'all know this is a breach of a
Right.
protection order,
Right.
right?
Hey, Chief. Hey, Chief. Chief. Let it be what it is. Let
yeah,
it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let it be
yeah.
what
I
it
mean,
is.
yeah. I don't want nobody to incriminate. I don't want nobody to incriminate themselves.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I don't want nobody to
Yeah.
feel
They
uncomfortable
already
in my
did.
space.
They
You
already
feel me?
did. They already
Peace to
did.
y'all.
They already
F
did.
Faru.
They
You
already
feel me?
did. They already
Shit,
did.
I
They
can't even.
already did. They already did. They already
Let me
did.
see.
And I'm taking screenshots right now of it.
Let me
But
see.
would a Sigma male do well in polygamy?
I
Let's
think
dive
a
into
Sigma
it.
is going to
Would
adapt to his
it
environment.
do well in polygamy?
Facts.
Whatever environment is.
Have you checked out our new merch? Support the MEDAYA movement, where comfort is our main goal. Let your wardrobe be a reflection of your finesse and personal flair. With every thread woven with care, our apparel is designed to not just look great, but feel great too. We believe in celebrating every body type with our diverse range of stylish, high-quality clothing. We are not just selling merch, we're curating confidence, ensuring you step out in style every single day. Experience the blend of fashion-forward trends and timeless classics in our collections. And with our inclusive sizing, you'll find the perfect fit that makes you feel confident and fabulous. Embrace the MEDAYA movement experience today. Shop now. The link is in the bio.
Calls for whatever it needs to be, it could be.
I got the right to defend myself.
Well,
I
a
got the
sigma
right
will
to
look
live.
what a sigma don't run in a pack, in a group. You feel me? So
Yeah,
polygamy is a group effort. You know, it's not a couple
I,
effort; it's a group effort. So I don't like a sigma wouldn't even feel comfortable with having multiple wives and on like with a polygamous mindset. A sigma more comfortable with one woman. He's supposed to be dedicated to one woman. So it's deep. Like
That's
let's
fine with
dive deep.
me.
Now that's just
Shit.
my perspective. I'm not saying like this the end all
yeah,
be. Let's dive deep.
I'm,
What y'all
I,
think?
s- I see that. I see that, but I also can see him. You know, you can lead from afar. You don't have to have everything up close and personal right next to you. You can lead. You can give direction from afar. So,
Exactly. Don't promote your life over here.
uh,
uh,
That part, why not? You heard that.
yeah, so good. Hey, peace and polygamy. We throw the wives up, man. Yeah, peace and polygamy, man. Oh, the real it's Chief Why not?
We're
uh,
gonna put them
But you
shields up.
know, it's deep.
Try and
It's a
do
lot of
this
healing
too.
to be taking place, man. For real,
yeah, yeah.
My dad was
real talk.
polygamous. My dad was polygamous, and he was so sweet. Like he was so sweet to his all the like the women that I know. Beside my mom, like I don't really know that because they was always fighting and shit. But every woman that I saw my dad with, he was so nice to them. Like I mean, like super nice to them. And
What the fuck is
so
that?
I'm just like,
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's a peak. Damn.
What the fuck was that, man? Yeah.
What the hell? I don't know what that was.
All right.
how the
Okay, we
fuck
got
they I
some.
wa- how the fuck they I want only content when we talking about polygamy? That's crazy. Anyway,
For the gallon. Okay.
Yeah, that was for the gala. But yeah, though, so like a
Right.
sigma, would a sigma be? You know, what a sigma? You know, do good in polygamy,
Hey,
being that
hey,
so a
see,
sigma. You know, it's not a.
Google the definition. Read it off. Read it off. Somebody who got an extra phone right next to them. A
read what
sigma,
off?
Well,
a
sigma,
sigma male. See what it. Yeah. Read it out in and read the definition.
yes, sigma
I
would be
I don't
like the
have an
lump
extra phone.
pack. I mean, of.
You got one flute?
Let me see.
Not with me.
You got an extra device, Flute?
My shit is
Not
charged.
not
Yes. All
on
right, hold
not
on.
with
Give me
me
1 second.
at the moment.
Give me
But
one
I'm not
second. I'm
gonna
finna
lie.
pull it
I
up.
don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I honestly can't like say that my life like I don't I can't like say 100% that polygamy is a part of my journey. However, I have experienced it. But from what I learned about myself, I am definitely like standing on my own 2 feet. Like I do not run in a pack. Like I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not. I just don't need that. Like I can definitely connect though. Like I can connect. I can
Yeah.
mingle. I can be around. You know what I'm saying? But like the type of person that I am, like, and the energy that I have, I
Okay.
cannot. I just can't. Like it just don't work. I've tried. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the situation with carbonation and all that, it's just that like that was a little too messy though.
So
Cause like
look.
all them women had insecurities and shit.
Yo, why
So
not?
look. We
Real
say
fast.
we got sigma. It says. Go ahead.
I was just about
Appreciate
to
the
say,
gifts too,
man,
y'all.
when
Whoever
it
sent
came
that, I ain't
down
even
to
know.
it,
Gratitude.
that girl that was just up here that we dropped down, yo, she that was in that telegram, she might have ended up bringing them over.
Mm.
That's what could have happened.
That's cool. Shit, come on over. They gonna catch these gems. That's cool. Come on over. They gonna catch these motherfucking gems. Nature Boy know what's up with me, G. Like they heard the same shit I said in the telegram is the same shit I'm saying right now. You feel me? This
Why
ain't that.
not? You a character.
Chief. They could definitely
You
sit in the comments, Joe. And so look, a sigma is someone who operates independently and prefers their own company rather than being in a crowd of friends. That's what a sigma is.
Okay.
Someone who operates independently and prefers their own company rather than being in a crowd of friends.
I
That's
want
what a
him.
sigma is.
I want him.
So
Lord, God, I want him.
real
For
talk.
real, I'm tired of this group shit. This shit getting on my nerves.
So man, it's important. It's important to, you feel me, to understand, everybody purpose. A lot of people get into, like, try to get into polygamy or this tribe shit because, you feel me, and that's not really what they want, but they, doing it for the wrong reasons, influence or purposes or whatever. And it's like it
Mm-hmm.
never worked. It's some people out here that's, that's loners. You feel they prefer their own company, sigmas, and there's
Right.
some people out here that just, you know that never had a chance to experience that family structure. So it's like I
Right.
tell everybody before joining Why Not Tribe, I tell everybody, if you have a loyal, loving family, don't leave your family to join a tribe. That's dishonorable and disloyal. Your family is your tribe. The tribe life is for people that never had a family or people that's the black sheep of their family. That's what the tribe is for. You feel me? So like a lot of people try to come to my tribe, but they closely have family, or they closely family oriented. You feel me? You feel me? I ask them, like, what's your purpose of coming? You have a tribe. Your family is your tribe. So it's important to understand everybody's role in life, and understand your individual purpose. Don't be doing shit because everybody else doing it and you knowing that ain't what you want to do. Cause we
Mm-hmm.
can't be playing games with nobody out here, man. We got a
Right.
short lifespan this time around. So ain't time to play games, Joe. On the
That's
real.
facts.
That's why when women tell me, when women, like, I don't recruit. Meaning, you feel me? Like, I don't recruit none of my wives or tribe members. They vibrate to me. Meaning, I ain't got to brainwash a woman about polygamy because I'm only attracted to polygamous women. So the women that vibrate to me, they already polygamous. It ain't no brainwashing them. And I know, polygamy is really on their journey. It's not just something that they accepting. Like, you feel me? And it's been women that, you feel me, that came to the tribe and they really wasn't polygamous. You feel me? And it's deep, like, so everybody being self-aware, awareness of self, knowledge of self, divine knowledge of self, man, is very important.
That's facts. You ain't
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
They
I
going
have my
crazy in the
experience in both.
comments. They got shit else better
I
than,
got married at 18.
but
I
it's,
was
I mean,
polygamous a few years. So I
so
experienced
a,
both. Go ahead.
so a sigma wouldn't be so. Do
yo,
do
that
do we
that person
agree,
right
or
there in the
anybody got any
comments, yo,
opposing perspectives
I
about
he's
polygamy and a sigma?
he's somebody
I do. I
he's a
do.
guy that I've been knowing for years on this app that's been trolling me.
Go ahead, goddess.
I was just about to say, like, the only way we'll know for sure is if
Go ahead,
there
goddess.
was a Sigma male and we got his perspective.
Let's get it.
But quite honestly, I do feel like I feel like a alpha male, a sigma male, and even a beta male, depending on the so we can sit here and act like humans aren't ranked spiritually in a certain essence, right? So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it is
Yeah,
possible
yeah.
for
All
a
of us ain't
beta
the same.
male.
There's lesser and there's greater.
You see what I'm saying? But at any
Yeah.
rate, I do feel like it's possible for, well, it really just depends on the dynamic, honestly. But I'm gonna just speak on Sigma. If I can hypothetically think about it and put myself like in that type of situation, I would say like a Sigma male. I think Like it probably will work out, but only for so long. Because if a Sigma male is independent and prefers his own company over a group of people, then that would mean if he's in a situation with multiple women, he's either gonna get burnt out and not want to be around none of us, or have to be around all of us at one time and give his energy all at one time, which is obviously gonna burn him out. So he's gonna have, if he does decide, he's gonna have to have a system. You see what I'm saying? Whereas like he actually is like intentional with his time because of his personality type or the fact that he's a Sigma. You see what I'm saying? However, that takes discipline
Right.
and maturity because women are consistent creatures. So if a
Mm-hmm.
Sigma male is, in a situation with multiple women who are consistent, what I'm saying, feminine essence or whatever, then there's going to be a level of obligation that he's required to fulfill when it comes to their emotional well-being, spiritual well-being,
Mm-hmm.
etc. However, if he's in a relationship just monogamously, and that monogamous woman understands that sometimes he may need his space, if she's okay with that and she agrees with that, and she might be the same way and she needs that as well, then there's less of a compromise that they need to do, more than them understanding each other and living their lives accordingly with each other type shit. That's the only way I could see that working, unless he's
Nah,
some goddamn.
that makes sense. That's a fact. That makes sense. Make a lot of sense, Joe. Sigma male
Yeah.
definitely will get burnt out. You feel me? I mean, but like you said, let's get a Sigma male up here. You feel me? If anybody want to come in and you feel like you fit the title of a Sigma male, definitely come up here. But it's deep.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a Sigma woman. Like I don't put
Mm-hmm.
myself in a category as an alpha woman or a beta one. Definitely not a beta. But I don't put myself in the alpha sense because I don't like to be in packs. Like I can be there, but for so long. And if I am in the
Yeah.
pack, I'm running the pack naturally. Like it's not even anything that I have to say. It's just is what it is. But this is 27 years, or I would say just like 15 years worth of me being around groups of women. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I always end up in a position where it's like, okay, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People come to me for help, whatever. Like even in my tribe, like my family, my Marquez clan, like they be like, okay, what's about to happen? Like what's about to go down? Type shit, da da da. But I always separate from them. Like they always be together, but then I pull back and then I'll come back out, mingle, XYZ, etc. And then I'll pull back in. But I've always been like that, even in school. Like I never liked to be in a clique. I never liked, like when you know how you go to school and you sit down at the lunch table and you eat with the friends and all that. I was always that person that separated myself from everybody. Like it just was better that way for me. It was a little bit too much going on for
Yeah.
whatever reason. It's just too much going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like in polygamy, you feel me. A lot of people, you feel me. Like statistically, you face a greater chance of getting lied to and cheated on in monogamous relationships versus polygamous. Now, I'm not saying polygamous relationships don't they don't lie and cheat on each other, but the rate of deception, adultery, fornication, whatever, that shit is greater, much greater in motherfucking monogamy. You feel me? So it's like, and I understand that statistic very much because I see that in real life. Meaning, before my spiritual awakening, I was a big ass liar and a big ass cheater. You feel me? Was lying and cheating on damn near every girl I ever had. But after my spiritual awakening, the master teacher show us, you feel me, that you don't have to lie and cheat no more. You can find you a goddess that's on the same path as you, and that's gonna bring you a sister wife. You feel me? He had a different way of teaching polygamy, but when we dealing with the purpose of it, it's important to understand. Like the statistics show that you face a greater risk of getting lied to and cheated on in monogamy.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, a lot of women, they say that I come to terms that a lot of women will prefer their men lie and cheat on them rather than come out and tell them the truth. Meaning, if a woman is with a man and then he tell her later on down the line that he want a sister wife and he tired of lying and cheating on you and he want to be honest with you, he don't want to lie and cheat. He want an honest relationship from this day forth. Bring him a sister wife. He been cheating on you with her for the last year or two. Motherfucker, the woman gonna be like, all right, let's make it work. She gonna leave. That ain't gonna work. So if he would have lied to her and kept cheating, it would make the relationship work out. But when the truth came out, that broke them up. So a lot of monogamous relationships, you feel me, do be based on lies and deception.
Right.
I ain't trying to say that these polygamous niggas don't be cheating and lying. It's some of they ass
Right.
do, you feel me?
I
Because
feel.
they ass doing it for the wrong reasons.
I,
But the
I,
rate is
right.
significantly higher in monogamous relationships.
Right. I'm with you. I had that mindset at one point too. I feel I've grown beyond that. Like I said, I was monogamous. I got married at 18 years old. I became polygamous, where I began to tell my truth, right, and not live a lie, right, because I attracted a lot of females, right. So I began to live that way for a while. I was comfortable with 4 women. We had a successful polygamous relationship, and then my mom got sick, right. So I became her caretaker. My mom recently passed away in August. So I was her caretaker for the last 2 years, and I abstained from all women. So I broke off the relationship. I wasn't emotionally available for nobody. I abstained from all women. I began self mastery, self control, and at this point, I felt I reached a level where I can be with only one woman. I didn't have this mindset before I came to this point where I abstained from women for these couple of years, and I was just able to master self. Then I began to be aware, like, okay, I can be with one woman. I didn't see this before, but when you master self and you have self control, you then can see yourself with one woman because you can control self. A lot of people use that as a mask because they can't control themselves. So therefore, they create buffers, which is multiple women, so they can still be themselves, but not run rampant, not go crazy. It's just some kind of self. That's their way of having some kind of control. But when you ultimately have self control, you can go without being with any woman. And once you got to that point, and not just being with any woman, but abstaining from ejaculation, period. A lot of us have not gone to that point in our mind where we felt like that was important. But I feel like it is the most important as a man in order for us to reach our higher self. We can't do that unless we first control ourselves, and part of that is controlling our dick. So, yeah.
Man, it's
I,
you know.
Look,
as a woman,
Go ahead,
I'm
guys.
feel like at at this point in
what's
my
up,
life as
Queen?
a woman, I'm starting to feel like that. Hey, Queen. At this point as a woman, I'm starting to feel like that because I am exhausted. Like it's men are just I'm exhausted with the black man. Like oh my god. Like I still support y'all. I'm here for y'all, but I get sexualized too much, and that's turning me off. Like the sexualization for me, the over sexualization for me is killing it, bro. It's killing it.
Yeah.
It's stressful. That's stressful.
Man,
Hmm.
it, that
Yeah.
that shit
Or the image.
real. Niggas act, and it be crazy because it's like men that don't have a lot get a lot of sex or whatever, they be like that's when men be the horniest. So you feel me, and people don't understand like Joe. You can really, you feel me, turn a motherfucker off about over sexualizing them. Like, especially beautiful women. Beautiful women hear that shit all day, every day. So when a motherfucker come like that on some sexual shit, Joe, to the beautiful woman, he not standing out. He just the same as the million other motherfuckers that told her how pretty she is today or how whatever. It's like shit, definitely.
Some men are
Niggas
sexualized
don't
too.
be getting no ass though. That's why they be super thirsty. Any little thing, G.
Some men are sexualized too, and I'm one of them.
Any
So
real thing.
when she said that, I understood. It gets tiring to the point where you want somebody to actually see you, not
Right.
just be
Like, come
looking.
on,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Do you see me? Like I'm like this is like wait, snap.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but is it just me? Or is this dude up in the box trying to shoot his shot at Velvet? Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comments.
Not
Right.
just be
Like, come
looking.
on,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Do you see me? Like I'm like this is like wait, snap out of it. Like I want you to like see. Do
Right.
you hear what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They just like
Right.
so yeah, I get you. I get it. That
But
shit gets tiring after a while.
let's keep it 100 though. Y'all want to dive deep. Y'all want to dive deep, G? Cause a deep gem real quick for
Go ahead.
as it pertains to just men over sexualizing people.
No,
I'm
I was
listening.
just saying that because I'm saying men
Now
get
when we dealing with
sexualized, over
when we dealing,
sexualized sometimes too. Like, and I could take that position because I do.
yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
uh,
Mhm. So when we're dealing with like men over sexualizing women, it's very important for us to understand, what love is. So you have these words. And these words is love, you have lust, and then you have in love. So let's deal with lust. Lust is a very strong sexual desire. And you have in love. In love is different from love. To be in love with a person is to establish a sexual or a romantic relationship with them. Now, love, this would be a very intense feeling of deep affection. Affection being like a fond, like you ever been fond of a person. So when we dealing with when we dealing with lust, lust is required to fall in love. Meaning I can't fall in love with my wife if I don't lust after her. If there's no lust, then I just love you as a sister, a mother, or whatever. But however, the thing about it, lust is temporary and love is everlasting. Meaning it will pass by the storm. I know a lot of men
do
that,
the lust have
got
to
a
be
girl.
physical? Could you lust after her mind? Could you lust after her spiritual awareness? Could you lust after those things also?
Yeah, I mean, that's sapiosexual. Prime example of a sapiosexual. But it's to establish a sexual, or a romantic relationship with a person. You can't be in love without, a little bit of lust. You feel that? So lust is not a bad thing, but when people don't understand, lust is temporary and love is everlasting. Like it's a lot of men, and it's a lot of people that got a chick pregnant in high school, and she was bad as hell in high school, perfect, and she had 4 or 5 kids, and now her body is out of shape. You feel me? And it's look totally different, but they don't. The lust has came and went. The love is here to grow stronger. So you feel me? This is why love is everlasting. That lust gonna pass, but when that lust pass, you feel me? That's when a love is there, which is a very intense feeling of deep affection. A lot of people don't have self love. I was just telling my homie earlier, like, yo, people that's out here searching for love, they don't have, it's because they don't have self love. But people that got an abundance of self love, we searching for people to give love to. Again, people that don't
No,
have
I
self
I believe
love,
we attract
they're searching
those
for
who are
love.
have self love.
They
Attract
searching for
those that
love.
we can give love to. I believe those who have self love don't need to search for anybody. All of these people
I mean,
they attract all of
it
these
depends.
people, and
It depends
that
on
need love.
yeah, but it depends on
Yeah.
if they energy electro or magnetic. You got repulsion, and then you got propulsion. So you feel me? However, people searching for love, that's because they don't have self love. But those of you that's got self love, you searching for people to give love to. Everybody needs love in their life. You feel me? Ain't no way around it. But like when you give love to a person, what do you think this love is coming from? It's coming from within self. So people don't realize you've given away so much love until y'all break up. You be with a motherfucker, the relationship going good, and the relationship going good. You investing so much into the relationship, you don't realize it because you're in love. Now y'all break up, and now you feel like a part of you is missing. You feel empty. It's not the person that's you missing that you need. It's the love that you've given to that person. So you don't need the person, you've given that love to them. That's why you feel empty now. So it's like acquiring self-love is very important before, falling in love, even loving another person. Because we can't love a person, if we don't love self. Meaning, if I've asked many people, like, do you have a very intense feeling of deep affection? Most people about self. Most people would be like, hell no, I ain't self-centered. I'm not conceited. Nah, I love
Right.
myself. Well, that's what love is. A very intense feeling of deep affection. But if for self-love, you must have that for self, meaning be very fond of yourself. Appreciate,
Mm-hmm.
meaning we look at people and we be like, yo, I like this about him, or I love that about her. But most of us never took the time out to do that with self. Meaning, when
Right.
you take the time out to do that with self, acknowledging all the accomplishments and abilities that you have, acknowledging your significant qualities, the trials and tribulations that you've overcame, the obstacles that you made it through. You feel me? Get like when we dealing with, hold on, what's up, man? Get you an Uber real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of us need to do that with self. You feel me? Meaning, like, yo,
Mm-hmm. Healing the inner
like
child, all of that comes
acknowledge
along with it.
acquiring self love. There's nothing wrong with. And you
Mm-hmm.
want to do this in private, because if you boast, if you just being thankful for your accomplishments or your abilities amongst the crowd, they're gonna look at you as arrogant, meaning they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna think you exaggerating your abilities or whatever.
Right.
So this is shadow work that we do. shadow work is Shadow work is definitely the unseen work we put in when nobody else is watching. So self-love, giving self-love is a form of shadow work. You do this shit when no one else is watching. Acknowledging, everything you've made it through. Acknowledge,
Right.
being thankful for your mind, you feel me? The energy you had to
Right.
overcome this, what you've built, what you've created. A lot of people don't do that with self. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Right. So this is why I'm so
important.
grateful, right? So this is what I had to do. I had to make a decision, and I feel that the universe set me on my divine path by doing so. My mom got sick. I didn't have the best relationship with my mom. I'm a product of a pimp and a prostitute. My mom was my father's first hoe, right? I was in the foster care system. However, when I came out of the foster care system, I went to the military. I worked in television, and then I began a relationship with my mom thereafter. We started to work on things, build the relationship up. However, we was estranged still. I was in a different part of the world. You know what I'm saying? She's over here, but we still talking long distance. But anyway, the situation came where she was going to have a amputation, and she needed full time care, or else she was going to be going in a nursing home. And I just couldn't see that. Nobody else stepped up. I'm the only one who stepped up, and I'm the one who was estranged. I'm the one who was abandoned. But I was the first one who stepped up, right? But I was in a whole different part of the world, living my best life. 4 women living with me. I'm living my best life, right? So we make a decision. What am I going to do? Am I going to leave all of this and go over here where the unknown is, to someone who may not even receive me well? I don't know what I'm going to get when I get there. Leave the known for the unknown. Okay, the spirit says to go there. It says to leave all this and go. I'm so happy I listened to my spirit, because it was this point, which I told you, where I had to now rekindle that relationship. And she had a humbling spirit, because now I'm her caretaker. So now the child that needed healing got that. All the things that I needed, I got that. The awakening, I got that. The alone time, I got that. So I never had that alone time. I've never been alone ever in my life, ever. I've always had women around me. This was the first time ever. The only woman around me was my mother. And for the last 2 years, I have the chance to just look into myself, see certain things that needed to change, see certain places where I needed to grow, do the work. Don't have no distractions, not distracted by no other energy at all for the last 2 years. So at this point in time, I felt like I got to a point where self mastery can occur because now I limit myself from all these things that was just blinding me, distracting me, including women. So I needed this alone time to understand what my purpose was, what I was here to do, and then set out a plan to make it happen. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but it's just started playing itself out. So understanding that, now I understand that certain energy that I'm going to attract, I need to actually be careful, right, of who I align with because of what my purpose is, and I don't need to get derailed. So there's certain frequencies that's going to match, but it's the chemistry. Once you feel that, that's what you go with. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
You feel the chemistry immediately. It's just not something that you have to convince anybody that you're going to do, or you know what I'm saying, go into any long drawn out thing like this is what you should do. It's just something that'll naturally occur. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on that. You know what I mean? I'm just allowed
You
to
guys,
naturally flow.
you
Hmm.
guys, you all of you guys' journeys are really cool. What about you, Flu? You be getting pussy or no?
No, let me
Hey
tell
yo,
you
bro,
something that's
be
deep
crazy.
about. Let me tell you something what's deep about King's
Bro,
story.
yo, you crazy.
So
My
when
boy
it came
Flu.
down to
Go
it,
ahead, Flu.
man, my story is a little deep. So
Why the fuck
I
was you
sep
in that wheelchair?
you in a wheelchair? I didn't
I said,
pay
why
no
was you
attention.
in that wheelchair? Nigga, I saw you in a wheelchair and then you was standing up.
You talking to me?
You was in a wheel. You wasn't. That wasn't you in the wheelchair.
No,
Oh,
I could have
oh
sworn you
man.
was on a wheelchair. I could have
I was
sworn you was
carrying.
on a wheelchair in
Hey,
that
Oh,
bus.
you.
On that bus.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I was carrying musical equipment. I was getting ready to
Oh.
street perform that day. That's what you see me with.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that wasn't a wheelchair. Okay. Anyway,
yeah.
back to the story of you getting pussy. I'm listening.
No, Thing's story is kind of similar to mine with my mom because me and my mom kind of separated at a time period where it was like a period in my life, man, was she basically wanted to go and pursue her dream as a jazz vocalist and stuff. And because the circumstance with my story is I was in a group, kind of like a community called Mucus Free. And basically, I was born into that group. I never ate meat or dairy. You know, I I was born around other people that was like-minded beings that didn't eat meat and dairy, and then my parents, calling all of these other people, kind of like that what was the term? My parents would always use the term carnivores. Like man, you better be careful, man, hanging around them carnivores, man, and meat eaters and shit. So
Were you born in
yeah,
a
like
cult?
no, well, again, it was a community that a lot of people, considered. There was a lot of controversy that people tried to spin from the Beagle platform, which is kind of funny, and they tried to say that it was a cult, which it wasn't. But
I see.
anyway, yeah. So, but anyway, when it comes down to me and my mom, um, what happened was, like I say again, she separated. I stopped trying to communicate with her because she went to New York, and I was like, man,
Shout out to New York.
when it came down to the whole piece, I felt really, really upset because I'm like, man, I haven't seen her for years, man. Like, she just left and just goes. And this was when I was super, super young. And I just had a huge, huge hatred for my mom for over a long, long period of time. And, it was also because she and my mom and my father, they stopped really getting in tune. I mean, my father, he was always hardcore when it comes down to the diet and the community and stuff that we put to, that we set in place.
Forget
You
about the
know,
aliens in the ocean. We got aliens.
so when it came down to it,
Hey,
overall,
so I ain't gonna cap, G. Oh, go ahead, Fluke.
about yeah, I'm about to say. So
So get to the
overall,
pussy
man,
part. She want to know when you was getting pussy or not. That's what she want.
How did that
That's what she
affect?
want.
How did that affect your relationship with women?
okay, so I'm about to break that down. So my first relationship with an actual female was I ended up
Did you
breaking
have
up
a
with this.
relationship with a Sims character first? You said an actual woman. Like I'm
I'm
not
sorry
joking on
the
you,
way
Flu.
that
I'm really.
I'm
Nah, nah,
sorry
nah.
for the. So the thing about it is, can you stop laughing at me? Damn, I'm fucking shy. But no, what I'm trying to say is when it came down to that is I broke up with a girl, long story short, because of a fucking Snapple. I told her that it had artificial ingredients and shit. And I would not kiss her. I was fasting and I was doing like a 6 to 7 day fast and I was like, man, just really trying to cleanse and shit.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to check out my new YouTube channel, On the Docket with Danny? Over on that platform, I focus on true crime, current events, and I dibble and dabble a little in politics. I am also currently covering the case of the United States versus Sean P. Diddy Combs. My intention is to definitely attend, if not part of his trial, all of it. So, guys, if you guys want regular updates on what's going on with Diddy, definitely consider subscribing to my new channel today.
Like a 6 to 7 day fast and I was like, man, just really trying to cleanse and shit. So
Snap threw you off, huh?
yeah, yeah, and to this day, everybody try to relate it to. Well, that's similar to the goddamn waffle story. I'm like, damn,
Let
man,
me
like
find out, Fluke. Y'all don't know about the waffle story?
with
All right,
Pocahontas.
let me put y'all on game with the waffle story. This nigga Nature
Okay.
Boy, we got locked up in immigration jail, and his wife at the time, Pocahontas, we was like she was pregnant, but we was going through a lot of shit, so we had to, she had to eat, but there was only a certain select things or whatever there. So she was like, I'm gonna eat this waffle. And it was like waffles, eggs, some sausage type shit. It was like at a hotel type vibe. So she went for the waffle. So Nature Boy was like, what you ate today? And she was like, I ate the waffle. I didn't eat the eggs. Da 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 da. Mind you, she pregnant. This nigga went off on her and broke up with her for eating the waffles. Like, pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
mental
Kicked out
abuse.
the tribe or
That's
some shit, right?
just mental abuse right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
my
But
But I
thing,
ain't gonna
my
cap. I ain't gonna cap though. So as far as like you feel me? Cause like so so flute is 30-year-old version. Like so flute is 30-year-old version.
what?
Now it's
Flute.
deep
Stop
because
fucking lying.
I know
Stop lying.
flute.
he's telling the truth,
Yo, I
G
was gonna
sadly.
say that. I was
flute.
gonna
Hey,
say
that
that,
boy ain't
Chief.
never even smelled a piece of pussy.
I was gonna
Not
say
him
that, Chief.
covering up.
So
Because
What
look,
we gotta
look,
do to
bro.
get him
But
some pussy?
look on some real shit. On some real shit. No Diddy, G. No Diddy. But as a you 30 years old. Bro, I
We got
know
to.
you.
We,
When I wake up in the morning, my joint be hard as hell. And if I ain't got my goddess, you feel I ready to beat this motherfucker. Like I know you doing something, G. You ain't never just holding your seam. And then if you don't, I
no,
know
no,
you
no.
having wet dreams back to back. Because like
Yeah, no, he ain't
the more
holding
and more
C
you
like that. He
don't get
can't.
it, it's gonna come out either way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know you doing something, G. Like you ain't never just going without, bro.
I know what he doing.
Bro,
I know what he doing.
nah, G.
He got an anime. He got an anime girlfriend.
Blue.
An
You got an
anime
anime
You
girlfriend.
know,
girlfriend.
An anime
I w-
girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Flu, go ahead, bro.
Go
I
ahead,
would have
fool.
never ever thought in my
So
life I
when you
would be
think you're gonna
having this
break your virginity?
conversation with these people
Hey
on this
man,
panel.
hey, say the universe said it's time, man. The universe said it's time.
Boy, this my
And when
boy
it's
This is
Flu,
a
time, it's
man. I
weird.
time.
fuck
You
with
heard?
Flu heavy, man.
And you know what? You could have this conversation amongst
Hey,
a
so
better
look.
group of people. How
That's
about that?
facts. That's facts.
And you
Hey,
know
so
the crazy
when you
ironic
think you're gonna
part?
be ready to break your virginity? When you think you're gonna be ready to break your virginity?
I think at the
You
time
30.
when I find, hold up, I'm trying to respond. At the time when I find somebody that is committed
Go ahead.
to what I wanted, as far as to,
Committed to
you
not
know,
drinking them Snapples.
You
well,
better not.
yeah, not not just that, but when it comes down to, somebody that doesn't fall off of the practice, that's what I noticed, dealing with my parents. It was kind of just
What if
like,
your standards was too high? And it's no
When you
perfect
say
woman.
practice, what you mean? When you say fall off
So
practice, like what does that look like? Like what are you talking about?
so in the practice, in the form of the mucusless diet, we see a lot of people within the community that actually do fall off and going back to like eating meat, dairy, and all of this stuff. Now, when it comes down to it, I'm talking about as far as when the being of the next generation, and I'm like, man, like understanding just the whole aspect of the trauma dealing with, the being, of the child and stuff, having to have to see that, like that would be the biggest thing. I feel like to me in
You could
this
always use
time and
protection.
age,
You could always use protection though, Flu.
No, but he's
but
intentional. I agree
but
with
listen,
Flu.
yeah, I feel like the one of the main
so
key
like
reasons on why we're
I'm
supposed to
just saying you
have
might need
sex is for
practice. Like get to
procreation.
the right one.
So, I just
Yes,
think
yes, you're
that
right. You're right. You're right. But
hey, so
what
like
I'm saying is,
is
sometimes you
like
gotta
it
go to the gym
so
and and put up them shots before you can get out on the game and actually perform. And what I'm saying is sometimes we have certain experiences to help us master our craft. So that when this person who's supposed to be out forever comes along, you able to perform. The game is showtime now. The lights is on. It's time to perform. This is one that you're gonna be with forever. And she want to
yeah.
make sure that you can deliver. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. But however, it's going to happen. It's going to play
That
itself
nigga
out. She's
said
going to accept you.
no. That
She's going to
nigga
accept
said
you for
no.
who you are and, and,
I
and,
ain't
and
gonna
what it
cap. So
is.
like
Yes.
is you
But
like
hold up.
just
Wait a minute, sir.
withholding, or you still releasing though, right?
Yeah. But
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
dude,
We
oh my
know that.
gosh.
We know that, Flu.
Let me say something. Let me say something to y'all.
Okay, all right, for sure, for sure. So it
Now,
ain't like you
hold
just
up.
back
Right,
and,
Listen,
right,
you
right.
finna
listen,
go
listen,
crazy.
listen,
Right, okay.
listen.
Listen, Linda.
Why not? You know, there was a time period when I first came over to Vigo, and all of this stuff came at me, where I seen like all, I, s- I've learned a lot of stuff as far as what you say and everything that you do. You got to move correct, and I don't want to move. I want to move forward through life doing the right conscious stuff. So everything at this very moment right now, what I'm saying, I'm taking what y'all are saying to for granted, and I'm going to, really sit and digest and
Go
analyze,
get some
because I'm
pussy.
not I'm because I'm really surprised that we even got to this
Hey,
to this
hey,
question.
bro. Hey, look. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you, Joe. The let me explain. Let me explain something to you. When you dealing
Yes,
like,
sir.
30 years old, you definitely overdue for sexual experience. You need to have sexual experience. But however, it's
Experience.
something
Yeah.
special about, you feel me, like the vagina. Not just the vagina, the yoni. Yoni is a Sanskrit word for sacred temple, and this is a
Hmm.
healing place. This is a magical place. Like, you don't know what you. It can make your. That's just probably just what you've been needing your whole fucking life. Is that? You feel me? So don't be afraid. It's always somebody for somebody, bro. You feel me? It's always some.
Right.
You probably got a few people, but at the same time, like, bro, you gotta get some pussy like yesterday, bro. What
I
is
could
you
see how
doing?
though. I could see
Tripping,
how
bro.
though. I could see
Yeah.
how though, like the relationship with his mother influenced his decisions with women moving forward. So I can see how
Mhm.
it's playing out. Like he had that
So
disposition with his mom.
did yeah, let me ask you that one question. Did you ever recover from
He's
that?
still a
Did you
man, though.
ever
He's still a man, though, goddess.
Well,
let
let
me
me
ask you a
explain
question.
the whole
Did you
thing.
ever fix that relationship with your mother?
So I
How
was
is your
about to dive
relationship
into
now?
that. Let me
Okay.
let me dive into that. So, as came up to you, well, as I seen, you came up on Sis's panel, I Am King, and I told you, like I say, I wish I was able to get that type of bond back with my mom like that, because at the
Oh
time
yeah, you
period,
watched, you witnessed when I was her caretaker because I used to go live from that
yeah,
standpoint.
you
Right.
spoke about that. We've
Mm-hmm.
conversated about that shit. But no,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is, within probably a couple of months, I was I ended up taking my mindset, and I was like, I'm going to the hospital. My mom, she ended up having uh breast cancer
Mm-hmm.
and scoliosis in her back, and I still got those screenshots of that, and it still fucks me up looking at that shit in my mind. Like,
Mm-hmm.
every time I picture that shit, it's like, damn, man, I see her, and when she didn't know what it was behind, like, on her back, and once I showed her those pictures, she started crying. So she passed away. But here's the thing: me and her,
My
we
condolences.
we
My
got
condolences.
cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To
Mm-hmm.
And
all of
that's
you,
what
my
I'm saying.
condolences to all of your brothers.
No doubt.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
appreciate you. But my thing about it, when it comes down to it, is I'm glad that I was able to get that experience to being able to build with her and kind of really, you know, share those last few moments, because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really talk about the whole situation, but the key
Right.
thing was, we talked about music, because she was a musician. We was working on compositions and shit. she was like teaching me all about ballads, how to really,
Mm.
really be able to play ballads. And I really,
Right.
really was trying to master myself through the music. And at the
Right.
same time, I had to play for her memorial. And that was hard. I had to play sad, and she was a big Billie Holiday fan. So I had to play one of her favorite Holiday songs. And it was really, really a spiritual time for me because at the same time it was like a brother. There was a brother, really, really well known jazz saxophonist, and
My
he was
favorite
telling he.
instrument.
Mine too.
You're asking me.
Saxophone. It's my favorite.
My favorite
No.
instrument would have to be the flute. I mean, it just became me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Blue.
no, the thing, yeah, he would never. Okay,
Kirk
I will
Whalum
say
is my
this:
favorite saxophonist. Yeah.
how that actually started for me was because he would never say my actual freaking name. So I just said, "Flute the God." I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna call myself Flute. That's all. That's the only way he remembers me. Because nobody
Lord have
said my
mercy.
actual name, which my
What's your
name is
name?
Hanif. My
Han
my real name is Hanif Smart.
Hani?
Hanif. It's a Muslim name.
Hanif?
I'm
Hanif.
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 Got it.
With an F. With an F
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah. Haneef.
Yeah.
Hanif.
And when it came down to it, everybody mispronounced my name so much. I just tell them, even in person, like just call me Flute. Because people they mispronounce it. And I was like, so it just became a big thing on social media, and I was like, okay, cool, let's rock with this shit. So yeah,
Flu,
All
but
right.
you're a genuinely funny, Flu.
for sure, thank you. I hope that was a compliment.
It is. I mean, that is a
Shit like that.
I
Shit like
think it's
that.
a
That's what she mean.
I thought it was a compliment. I
It's
mean, like
Hey, so
complimentary.
look,
you have
Blue.
a
So
very
on some real shit,
inviting
bro.
Hmm?
you have a very
Oh
inviting
my bad. I was
spirit.
just
Oh, thank you. I'm grateful. Yeah,
But you are funny
and you
though.
do.
now I was gonna ask Blue. So like, you don't be like, you don't feel like growing old and never being able to get no pussy, like becoming 40 and then you 45 and still ain't got no. You don't feel that ain't like a fear of yours. Do you worry about that, like about sex, or it's not a big thing to you? Because it may not even be a big thing to you, G.
That's a good
If
question. Let
everybody
them
in
tackle that stuff.
sexually,
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Let me tell you something real about that is it was never so much of a big thing to me because I was so into the practice. Like I had guys around me that was into like talking about spiritual shit, and that was into the diet information as well. So I was that little kid growing up that was always coming downstairs trying to listen in to what my parents were talking about. And my parents was like, go back upstairs, go hang out with your little with your friends, you know. And I was like that type of person where my friends, I learned and I want to also say this, a lot of them got married and some of them broke up. Some of them, you know, just, you know, got they went back to that life. Well, to
Yoni worshiper. Whatever.
they went back
We think you got a wife.
to
I
that
think we got a wife for
American
you,
based
Flo.
diet. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I think we.
Hey, so look,
I think we. I don't think you want this wife. She polyandrous. You don't want. You don't want that. Never mind. Carrying on.
hey, so I got a question for you though, Vel.
You're.
So you feel me? All right, so long story short, what's up with old boy Yakin? Is he really like, on that poly shit? Is he a pimp, or is that shit for the internet?
He is. So I was supposed to do business with them. However, he wasn't straightforward with his intentions. You know, he
Mm.
was like beating around the bush and shit like that or whatever.
Yep, slick
And
talking. Yep.
he kept a lot of things that he did like behind closed doors. So when I got there and I was like, this environment is not fit for me. You know, he tried to
Hmm.
like treat me like I was a peasant or something. I was like, you got me all the way fucked up. So, you know,
Right,
I went my separate way because I didn't come here. I came here to make money. You know what I'm saying? So I
right,
just
right,
wanted to have my separate way. But when I went my separate way, he got into his feelings. And I guess he thought that I was like going to get online and like talk about him or whatever. So he, you know,
right, for
he did
sure.
what he did or whatever. But from what I learned, those women, like, it's like some nature boy shit, to say the least. You know, for the lack of better words, it's like some nature boy shit, if not worse, if that makes sense.
Right, cause he,
Because
right, for
yeah,
sure.
those his women did not have like personalities. They didn't have
Right.
their own individualities. They didn't really
Right.
have their own mindset. It was just like him. You know what
Right.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yep.
But
Yakin is my God. Yakin is
Yeah,
my
I
Ken
God.
is
did
my God.
I did that strategically for spiritual purposes, but I was supposed to make money with them, but it just didn't work out. I had a lot of endeavors where I was supposed to strictly make money with people, and they just
Mm-hmm.
wanted other stuff out of me, and I couldn't
Right, it's
provide that for
business.
them. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't provide that, so they wind up either like just going our separate way, or most of them just turned on me and got on the internet, was like, oh my god, she's da 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 da, but like, bitch, we never got to the money, so what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah,
Mm.
his wives were not like,
Right.
they weren't happy. It's very sexually oriented. But I never crossed those boundaries with him as far as us having sex or whatever the case. It never got to that point. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell for the other women that it definitely was like all sexual. Like it was just like not. Yeah, the eating was limited. The living space was
I know.
limited. Yeah, cockroaches everywhere. It was just weird.
Mm, mm, mm.
And that's what I'm saying. So like, I used to debate the nigga all the time. We gods and goddesses. He a worshiper of God. So he don't even know if he want to be a Hebrew or whatever. But he was telling me he worship God, and a man can never be a god. And but I'm telling him, so if you saying that, then why the hell your woman talking about some Yakin is their God?
Exactly.
You
And there
feel me?
you go.
If your
There's the
God is another
demon.
God, if
That's
if
double
your God
talking.
is another God, then that should be their God too. But it's all, and this is where it becomes a psychological thing, and that's what a lot of
Right.
times people don't realize.
It's all brainwashing
Religion
and
and this whole
yeah.
religion and this whole spirituality thing, it's a psychological thing, meaning God is your mind. God is in your mind. And once and there's many gods in there. So you feel me? When we dealing with religion, you know, it becomes a psychological thing. When we're dealing with spirituality, a lot of us stop believing in Jesus and we start believing in aliens and the Anunnaki and Egyptian gods and shit, and we fell into another belief system. So it's like when we don't take the stories, you feel me, for what they supposed to be, you know, explained, then we go down a rabbit hole with this shit. But it's really a
Yeah.
mind thing, you feel me? All this, like, it's a psychological thing with religion and spirituality on the real.
That's a fact.
That's truth.
But yeah,
That's very
I
true.
was trying to explain to the, on the real.
I appreciate you, brothers, tonight. I'm definitely about to go ahead and head on out, though. I have things to do in the morning. It is 2:30, but I enjoyed this panel,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
appreciate the
get some good
protection.
rest.
I appreciate y'all protecting me. I appreciate that. My
No doubt.
condolences to all of you. We all lost parents along the way. However, we up. We up.
No
We
doubt.
get into the self mastery, and that's what I appreciate. And I hope to
Mm,
have a panel
for
again, maybe
sure.
someday.
No doubt.
Hey, it was a
Peace,
great
man.
build. Like I say,
It
much
was dope.
respect,
Yeah,
and
have a
Hey,
good
like I
one.
peace,
say,
goddess. We
Michael.
appreciate.
Yeah,
Later, y'all.
Yeah,
Later.
we appreciate the.
sure.
All right, peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah, I don't think nobody else could come
Yeah,
up
hey,
the way
look.
that.
So let me restart the live because my live stuck right now.
Yeah,
So look, let me
restart it,
hit
and then
airplane
can
mode
come.
real quick.
Yeah.
It's like the morning time. Don't wanna wake up, I just wanna stay in bed. But if I'm next to you, I'm looking forward to just laying in this bed. Ooh, that never gets old. Promise you'll never let go. I don't want no one else. So we should be chilling back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So tell me that, tell me that. Tell me I'm the best I am. I be feeling like yes I am. You know I'm the best I am. You'd be a fool to not take me as I am. Tell me I'm the best I am. I be feeling like yes I am. You know I'm the best I am. You'd be a fool to not take me as I am. You're like the sweetest thing I know, like my favorite Lauren song, and I need you really bad. Oh, yeah. Don't take me for granted, you'll be regretting it. Oh, I should be your last. Oh yeah. Ooh, that never gets old. Promise you'll never let go. Grass ain't green nowhere else. So we should be chilling back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So tell me that, tell me that. Tell me I'm the best I am. I be feeling like yes I am.